fuck's going on here?
But, and he's very scared. He's a sort of, he'll fight, but he's a very sketchy kind of guy, you know what I mean?
What does sketchy mean to you?
Just a bit edgy, you know what I mean? Just a bit like, you're just like, he's one of those kind of guys where you're like, he's the kind of guy, if you're the street fighter, he'll probably run off and leave you or something like that, you know what I mean? He'll probably...
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. When I say I promise you, I'm gonna knock out the gypsy king as well.
PBC Productions.
How am I gonna let this little skinny spaghetti hit my face?
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Numbers don't lie, and I'm that guy. I'm the dog with this. When I step on the scene, I said I'm going to
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
I'm still on the mission.
I'm gonna chase his ass all the way up there.
I told him it's an easy bracket, man.
Some of them like it, some of them don't. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back to another one. If you're on the East Coast, you're dealing with the snow and the cold, and you're a little upset. But if you're a boxing fan, we're here to warm those hearts and minds up as Dillian Whyte was in Las Vegas last night and brought some interesting news. He said he's a free agent, and he was there to entertain meetings with Showtime, ESPN, and obviously PBC's Haymon. Is he or will he leave Matchroom is what we're asking you. Will he sign a top-ranking ESPN? Will it be PBC, Showtime, and Fox? Or would he go back to Dazn? And this is more of what we've been reporting here more regularly, negotiation tactics. This is what we're discussing. 1-425-569-5241 is the number to call in. Nestor Gibbs is the name to add on Skype to be part of the conversation. But I just remind you, today is a Matchroom DAZN USA main event in New York City. Eddie Hearn is over here. Sky Sports telecast might be over here because, everything DAZN gets, Sky Sports gets. But everybody's over here. Meanwhile, Dillian Whyte is over there. A lot of interesting things that he said. He said, Eddie works for me. I don't work for Eddie. He said, I'm not one of these guys you could just give $3 million. I know the numbers. I manage myself. I see everything. I know what I bring to the table. I'm not a $3 million fighter. This is what we're talking about. If you're interested, you already know what to do. Download that Skype app so you can add Nestor Gibbs and call internationally. Call 1-425-569-5241 to be part of the conversation and voice your opinion by just pressing one time. Hit that thumbs up button. If you're just joining the live stream, share the show. Let's get this morning show going, man.
It's me, Mario.
What is up? What is up? What is up? What a great topic to wake up to. What a great place to start the day. Still feeling a little sick, upset. I missed last night's show. It was so big, so much news. But still fighting this cold, still fighting this. I don't know if it's the flu or what is it, but man, I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy we got the fights going. I'll wait to make my predictions at the end so Mike can get them down. I use my outro to do it, and yeah, man. I mean, it's awesome. Game of Thrones, boxing, Avengers, WrestleMania. I mean, all this stuff could happen in April if Deontay and Joshua were to sign on the dotted line. That would make April like the best month in the history of my life. But you know what I'm saying? Mike, what's going on, man?
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
Two attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. Two to stand over. Turn up. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million. And I'm in.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yo. Good morning, everybody out there in TBV land. Hope everybody had a good week. It's Friday. We all get up a little bit happier on Friday. because it's that one day before the weekend. So shout out to everybody out there enjoying their Friday. Dillian Whyte come to the USA, and he's not in New York. He's in Las Vegas. What is going on? But he said he's a free agent. And he also said, Vladimir Klitschko, man, you're lying. We were in talks. We were supposed to fight. And it's come out that Vladimir might have a potential 3-fight deal with Zone. Hey, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Dillian Whyte, big ups to you, man. I'm glad to see that you're taking control of your career. And I'm just excited to see where that domino falls, because that's a big piece of the heavyweight puzzle. Nestor, what's going on, Mr. Sheep?
What up, bro? Many people worry themselves about what we say and whether we will burn bridges, limit our access. But I say to those, everyone's listening. Wasn't I telling Dillian that he was an A-side heavyweight? All of a sudden, he's chilling, hanging out in Las Vegas.
Yo, Ness, real talk. That hit me like a thunderbolt or lightning bolt, whatever. I was like, yo, because listen, I'm not lying, man. I'm feeling so sick. My head hurts. So I haven't even been in my right mind the last 24, 48 hours. And I was like, who the other day said, somebody wrote an article talking about Dillian Whyte could leave. That Dillian, they wrote this amazing article and broke down all the facts about how if you're mistreated and you leave and you go to Top Rank and he could go to PBC, he could do all. And then it just hit me like an hour later. Whoa, wait, that was a show. That was Nestor Gibbs that said that. Who I'm trying to give credit to. I'm trying to give credit to Raphael or Steve Kim or somebody. Ain't giving nobody credit. Listen, that was amazing.
We have Lamar on, and Lamar said Dillian Whyte can fight anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I remember, and so, that interview, it's hard though. Like they grandstand a lot. Managers grandstand a lot. They say the things that are necessary. The thing is in my career, I've only covered football one time, and it was right before a draft. And to see how many managers and agents have their hooks in those guys, like they know what to say, they know what's going on. With boxers, it's so much different. There are only probably like the top 5% of boxers, and maybe less than that get the kind of treatment, that get the kind of encouragement, and they get the kind of brokerage that top NFL stars, not even top NFL, almost every NFL star or even not stars get over boxers. So it's really hard to decipher sometimes. I'm just hoping that all of this with Dillian Whyte isn't him grandstanding too. Is he out here saying, because he never went out of his way to shut down Eddie's claims that, because Eddie did say that he is still signed, Dillian Whyte's still signed to him. He did say that the out of all the names, he said Whyte is the most likely for April for Joshua. So, is he out here trying to get a better offer? Yeah, I think that's the biggest question.
He also said, we're going to revise Whyte's offer, but it's not going to be that much better. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
definitely
on video. Like, and that's the disrespect that I'm talking about. That's what I was telling Dillian a couple of days ago. It's like, why be second fiddle?
What he said was, peep this right here out. Peep this right here. These are words out of Dillian Whyte's mouth. He said Eddie Hearn knew the offer from Joshua was shit. And he told Joshua, Dillian Whyte is not going to accept this offer. Dillian Whyte said this right here. And he brought the offer to him anyway. And Eddie explained to him that he told Anthony Joshua that this offer wasn't good enough. And Dillian Whyte, big ups to him, man. He taking his ball and going somewhere else and trying
maybe.
It's intelligent though, Mario. Regardless whether he does it, he's doing it.
He's doing the right thing.
Whether
it's the right move.
No, but whether he goes all the way through with it, he's done enough. One thing is to sit in the UK on an IFL video and be disgruntled and say you're a free agent and that you're going to entertain offers. Another thing is to come to the US, get on multiple different platforms and say that you're a free agent and that you're there to entertain offers and to hold meetings, and you're in the court of the enemy while your king is having his own show. You know, if this was Game of Thrones, it ain't looking good.
Yo, if he doesn't land the Joshua fight at this point and were to go back and sign a fight with Eddie, is all of this just a big loss? Does he take a big L? Like, does he have to land that fight for this to pay off?
No, I think what he's doing is no different than Jacobs. I think he's taking a page out of Jacobs' book. I think he's seeing Jacobs just, you know, dealt with Daniel with Eddie that way in DAZN. He said, look, I'm not signing you guys if you can't get me the fight I want. I'm not gonna re-up. I was already on HBO fighting the Seleckies and the Aries of the world. I want Canelo. You give me Canelo, I'll sign. And I think that's what Dillian is doing. And guess what? Who outside of the casual fans and the UK haters are going to say that Al Haymon can't get Dillian Whyte the fights that he wants?
Oh, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But my whole question is this. Like, is it enough to just get the promise of the fight, which is kind of like what I think you're saying? It's like, okay, if he goes back with Eddie after he's basically shopped himself, can he go back, Mike, and at least get a confirm, it doesn't even have to be a date, but just say, okay, look, you fight this fight, and then Joshua's going to fight this fight against Fury or whoever, and then y'all are going to meet up. Like, is that good enough, or does Whyte have to be absolutely next for this to pay off? Because I think if he's going to make, and he's not making a spectacle out of himself. This isn't LeBron James on ESPN saying, I'm taking my talents to South Beach, you know, not even close to that. This guy ain't looking for a 30-minute special, you know, on BT or ESPN or something to announce where he's going. It's not on that level, but at the same time, he's making his presence known. He's making his, feelings felt. He is going out there and he's showing the world, look, exactly what Ness said. I mean, I wish we could rewind 2 days ago.
Hey, Ness, play that soundbite that I just sent you, the one that I just sent you. Let the fans know what he really said.
In regards to?
In regards to the Eddie Hearn contract offer and him being a free agent.
Got it.
Yeah, you know, we have a fight by fight. You know, Eddie and Samir actually said we're on, but you know, we got fight by fight, and saying there's no contract, there's nothing. I'm not signed to him. I'm a free agent, but because I'm a loyal kind of guy, we do good business. I ain't gonna lie, we do good business. You know, so we work on that sort of work and that sort of we work on that sort of. Two of his top guys want to fight, and it's a little bit of a clash of interest because how does he negotiate best deal for Joshua and the best deal for me? It's a little bit, you know, but I get it, it's business, but, you know, let's see what happens. We're trying to resolve the situation. They made a real ridiculous offer.
Talk about that. That's what I was leading.
Yeah, you know.
So, I mean, again, it's no different than what I said. He's disgruntled. He feels like he's the B-side heavyweight. He's like, you know, how do you negotiate a deal for your number one and your number two? He understands that it might not happen. He understands that it could happen. In that very clip that you sent, I want to give credit to Barbershop, since we always laughing at some of his titles. He did a good job. He did a good job probing and getting the information that we needed. He got a lot of information out of there because, you know, Fred got him to elaborate on the free agency, got him to elaborate on who works for who. He goes further, gets him to elaborate on Anthony Joshua's psyche and personality. And that was the opening soundbite where Dillian Whyte goes as far as to say that Anthony Joshua is the type of guy that if you guys get into a fight together, he will leave you. That's crazy. Like, that's mad disrespect. Listen, Dillian Whyte knows what he's doing. He's getting the hood behind him. He on some Broner shit. Like, saying little things like that touches a chord with the inner city. Like, nobody want to hang with a dude that's a punk. And that's basically what he's saying. If we in a fight, Mario, and we about to get jumped, he's saying, you leaving me. Where's he getting this information from?
And it's like one of those things where the lead up to that exact statement, you don't know if the premise was he's leaving because he's a pussy, he's leaving because he wants to set you up, he's leaving because...
He used that word too.
That
word too. He said, yo, he's sketchy, man. You know, he's the type of person that sets you up. I mean, I wish I could play the whole Barbershop interview.
The one thing you're absolutely... You're absolutely right. The interview was great, but the one issue that I had, not issue, but the one question that I wish he would have asked is this money. If Top Rank, like if he would have laid out, he didn't have to lay out numbers, but let's say, you know, Top Rank offers you $3 million, PBC offers you $2 million, Eddie offers you $1 million. Where are you going? Like, is it strictly about money? Is it, what other attachments are there? Because I think you're absolutely right, Ness. It's about a big fight.
Nah, it's about money. It's about money. There's a clip. I didn't get to clip it, but again, I want you to watch his interview. You know, he did a good job. He should get the views. There's a clip in there where he says, people talk about take the low ball offer. And
play it. I just sent it to you.
Damn, that nigga Mike and me synced at the motherfucking hip.
You come to me in a real offer. I'm my own manager, so I know the numbers, I know the figures, I know the ticket sales, I know the TV, I know everything. So yeah, some guys don't know it. They're happy if you say to them, oh, I'll pay you $3 million, I'll pay you whatever they are. Oh yeah, that's major money for them. But I know the figures. You know, people say, oh, if you believe you can win, then take the fight. It's a business, dude. This ain't just no. I get it. You know, and that's what people don't understand.
There it goes. I wonder what they're gonna say now. Since it's not Wilder saying that.
I love that.
I can't wait to run up on Eddie, boy.
I loved when he talked about the fact that, you know, the offer was a flat fee with some upside. And so now we know where they are, and now we know where they have to go, and now we know what it is that's because one of the things that he said when they were interviewing him, you know, the interviewer obviously told him about what Eddie said, how the most likely fight right now, the least likely fight is Deontay. The second most likely fight is Tyson Fury. And then he said the most likely fight is Whyte. He said Whyte, he gets a 60% chance and Fury gets a 40% chance. And Dillian was like, whoa, I don't know where you got that from. I don't know where Eddie's coming with that, but we are way off. And he didn't get into any specifics other than saying it's a flat with some upside probably on the back end of the pay-per-view. But the issue here is where could they go to make it sweeter? How much is Joshua willing to give? And if Eddie is so convinced, does he have that number and he's just trying to slowly work up to it to try to get Dillian what he can take? Because that's disrespectful in and of itself.
I think this is for Eddie and Joshua. It's more like this isn't what we really want. So we're not going to pay out the wazoo for it. I think Eddie and Joshua are feeling the pressures of DAZN. Yesterday, to me, I'm interpreting yesterday, Mike, as DAZN letting them know, and them being Eddie, Golden Boy, and whoever else they may make a deal, because I heard that maybe Triple G gets his own deal too with DAZN. So I think this is them telling them, like, look, we need real fights, because Canelo's fighting Triple G. He's not fighting Lemieux. He's not fighting Rosado. You know, they ain't giving you some other bullshit that we got to lie about. He's fighting in a unification versus Daniel Jacobs. And it's $10 a month, free if you sign up. I think that same pressure is going to be on Anthony Joshua to fight someone equally on his level, the way that Canelo's doing. Listen, another thing that fucking Whyte said, which was the nail in the coffin. Whyte said, yo, and that's on our interview. Let me play our interview. Go ahead and talk. I'll get to our interview.
I'm trying to find what he said about the low ball offer from Anthony Joshua, with that Eddie Hearn knew it was a bad offer to begin with. But
that was right.
But he still brought it to him anyway. I want to find that damn sound clip right there. Go ahead, Mario.
Yeah, that's a great one. That right there, it's like 2 minutes worth of commentary that he gives after he gives that slight detail, and it really gives you an inside look into how he's feeling right now, I think. But, I'm sorry, go ahead, Ness.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play this audio. This is Daniel Álvarez, our Las Vegas correspondent, talking with Dillian Whyte.
I'm you from the beginning.
Respect, man.
And I gotta say, to be honest, it seems like no matter how much success you have, all the great things that you do,
Respect, brother.
all the things that you do, that it's almost like you don't get the credit that you deserve out there in the UK, right?
You know, man, I don't get credit worldwide. You know, I keep fighting good fighters. But, listen, it's good. Like Marvin Hagler he was the underdog all the time. So, that's my whole approach. Hagler had to fought everyone to get to the title. So I just think, nothing ain't changed. I got to do the same thing,
Could you kind of clarify your status with Matchroom and with Eddie Hearn?
We have a great relationship. We work together. It's fight by fight basis, but out of loyalty and the good business we sort of stay together. But I'm a free agent. So yeah, I'm a free agent. So now I'm at a stage now where I got to do what's best for me.
Because seeing you here, it almost surprised me. Eddie has a card in New York tomorrow, but yeah, you're here. It almost seems like you could almost go with somebody else. Your last fight was on Showtime. DAZN didn't even pick it up, but they have you on.
Pay attention. This is what we were waiting for.
The profile.
Man,
what was the reasoning behind that?
Because DAZN wanted the fight, and they lowballed me. Showtime came in much better, much bigger offer, and Showtime's free to air. It's a no-brainer.
Right.
Go on a streaming channel platform, which is lowballing you. I go on Showtime, who's been shown to millions of people in America.
Is that not a Matchroom fighter telling you, the listeners, the viewers, that DAZN doesn't have eyeballs on him and that it was a no-brainer for him to take more money from the bigger network to get better exposure? Now, I never was a guy to be talking about, we didn't even do a show on the 15,000 views that's rumored out there, because I think that that's just forum chat section gossip. But I don't know. This right here, this is another fighter telling you that they don't get eyeballs, telling you that he'd rather be on Showtime, telling you that not that they remember that the protectors of Eddie Hearn and Joshua were saying DAZN didn't want that fight. DAZN felt they wasted all their money on Canelo, so they opted not to get that fight. Now we got the man himself and not a fighter. Remember that Dillian made it clear throughout multiple interviews that we've shown. We've shown the Boxing Voice's own interview. We've shown Barbershop Conversations, and I think we've even played some of Fight Hype. Credit to all sources. But in those sources, Dillian is saying, I am my own manager. I know the cost of the tickets, how many are sold. I know everything. So you can't lowball me because I control me. So for anyone to try and come back and say, oh, well, Dillian's just a fighter, he doesn't know. No, he obviously knows, because he got his hands in every part of his business. And streaming and eyeballs and views, obviously, as he just said, is something that he's paying attention to. But how did you guys interpret it? Obviously, I always put my own spin according to the audience.
Well, I can tell you that I got the exact same interpretation as you, but I'll take it a little bit deeper. So for here, I'm listening to a man who's basically come out and say this, but I don't know if it's coming from him trying to say, look, if you're DAZN and you're on this platform, it's going to take a lot more to get me away from an offer that might be less money on Showtime or Fox or ESPN or wherever that has eyeballs on it. Y'all are going to have to work harder to make up for that fact. The other thing I'm wondering is he speaking from experience in the sense that he did the DAZN thing and he doesn't want to do it again? Because that's another factor. He's not going to burn bridges with people that he wants to work with. At the same time, all this to me could be a negotiation tactic with all of them. They know what he said. And so when DAZN sits down to send him another offer, or if they're at the negotiation table for whatever fighter, they're making a bid, they know they have to come correct. The same thing with Eddie now. I'm not saying that all this is for nothing. Not at all. This is all very smart of Dillian. But at the same time, I think what it is going to enable, what it's going to all come back to, he is going to sign the fight with Joshua. He is going to sign with Eddie. He's not going anywhere else. He's going to get that fight, and he's going to get a better offer, a better contract for it. Now, whether that means that he's going to be able to do the same thing he's been doing and keep it a one-fight deal and get a bigger paycheck, whether that means he's going to sign a multi-fight deal, multi-year deal with big numbers attached, whatever it could be, he is stylistically and systematically giving these interviews. And I think he had the answers for them way beyond.
Yo, I will say this, yo, like a boss, AJ's just riding around in cars, dropping freestyle diss raps. And I gotta respect that. I fuck with that. Like I'm a dude that teases niggas left and right. Like if Mike or Mario caught feelings on the show, I'ma tease them. I'm gonna make them more mad. That's just my thing. So AJ is doing the same thing. He like, oh, you mad? Yeah, sent you an offer. You a pussy. Yo, he's killing them too.
Hey, go to the audio that I just sent you, and it is very incriminating.
Before that, Mike.
AJ.
Mike, did you have something?
I mean,
you were about to say something.
Not really, because I just think what Dillian Whyte is doing, man. Like I brought it up to his brother. Like, why stay with Eddie when you know that you're going to be a second?
I remember that
the second heavyweight. We know Al Haymon has the ITV pay-per-view over there with James DeGale and Chris Eubank. You have leverage. You are a known commodity in the UK. You don't have to be fucking second level anyway. And if you really want a big fight, keep doing what you're doing over in the UK and fuck with Al Haymon. And I guarantee you'll get that Wilder fight before Eddie would have got it for you.
Yo, what if my man Dillian is in Las Vegas to meet with the mystery man Al Haymon, and instead of signing, that's not what he's doing. Instead of that, Al's gonna do what he did with Mikey, to purposely steal him. And Al, if you're listening, send me my check, man. It was late this month. To do what he did with Mikey, just to steal him.
Whoa!
I'm not gonna sign him.
It's the Al Haymon checks. The nigga don't never be late. What you talking about?
Hey, yo, B, is that he gotta send me so many. We gotta get on the phone. He gotta tell me what I gotta tell him what number check it was, because there's so many coming through.
What do you mean by that, Ness? In regards to Dillian, I don't.
I mean, you give him a fight by fight. You give him exactly what he got with Eddie Hearn, but you show him the world the way you did for Mikey.
Got it.
You give him something that
you show him. Look, you want to fight? Oh, you really want to fight? Well, you fight over here, and you can get every fight you want. Mikey wanted unifications, he got it. Mikey wanted pay-per-views, he got it. Mikey wanted to move up in divisions, he got it. All you got to do is want it. And if Dillian Whyte wanted, here's the first fight. He's in there. Don't forget I told you this shit. I am Cleo. I'm Neo. Jay-Z, Biggie, all rolled in one. All right? He's in town to get the Breazeale fight. The Breazeale fight, in my opinion, Al's going to offer him ITV pay-per-view, Dominic Breazeale, Dillian Whyte, and it won't be a deal. It just be fight by fight. Dillian Whyte to do a pay-per-view on a bigger network than Sky and get that real money, and he get the fight that he want, which Eddie really can't give him. Now, could Al let Eddie get the services of Dominic Breazeale like he done for Anthony Joshua? Yep. But Dillian is his own man. What do Dillian want to know? Numbers. And what do he want to be treated like? A-side. And this how you do it.
Play that sound like.
Oh, go ahead.
What have you said to Eddie Hearn?
You know what? I understand, because Eddie works for Joshua. So the offer Eddie made, he said, this come from Joshua, this ain't me. Eddie said, I told Joshua that this wasn't enough. That was his exact word. So I understand, it's a funny one, because I can't go off on him, and I can't say his line, and I can't say, oh, you're not involved, because I don't know. And at the end of the days, he does work for Joshua, and he says this come from Joshua, and I said it wasn't enough. So, what do you make of that? It's a funny one for me, but it is what it is.
Can you
Well, here's the thing. We don't know if Eddie's playing him. We don't know if Joshua's trying to play him. We don't know if Dillian's playing himself by not taking everything so literal or taking it too literal. The thing is, to me, is he can still achieve what the fight-by-fight thing with Eddie. I don't know if it's as achievable as it would be with Al Haymon. In fact, I don't think it is. But look, he could go over, get treated like the second-rate fighter, but get a better contract, make waves in the second fight. If he believes in himself, look, with the Tyson Fury thing, what ended up happening, I mean, that fight with Fury and Joshua was going to be big no matter what. But Fury went into that fight with Wilder, which should have been Joshua, went into that fight, made such a great showing of himself, didn't even win the fight, didn't even take home the belt, but still made such a splash that now Fury is desperate to get that. I mean, sorry, now Joshua is desperate to get that fight with Fury. You know what I mean? And it would have been a big fight either way, but Dillian could achieve the same sort of success. He can go in there, sign the fight with Eddie, hopefully with the same kind of terms that he has now, make a big splash if he is confident enough in himself, and if he can make waves for himself and people say, well, look how he tested Joshua, then Wilder will be right there as well. He'll want that fight, especially if he can't get Joshua.
Eddie Hearn knew the fight, the deal was not good from the jump. In Dillian Whyte's words, if he knew the deal wasn't right from the jump, why would Dillian Whyte even go back and entertain that? And why would Eddie even bring him that when he knew, like,
he works for AJ, bro? He works
exactly, but he works for me too, though.
Yeah, but listen,
heard what he said. Shouldn't both fighters get the best deal possible?
What's that word? Is what an FU is like, fiduciary. That's his.
Yo, he's trying to get his number one fighter. The God damn it, I had the word and it just left my
man. Come on,
and that's why I fuck with Al Haymon. Al Haymon, even though he got number one fighters, he still give people tough fights, bro. He still put his fighters against tough motherfuckers.
Listen, Eddie has an obligation as the, co-promoter, whatever deal he and Eddie have with Dillian. It's his job to present whatever offer is given, regardless if he knows he's gonna deny it. You know what I mean? He works for both men, so he still got to do it. Look, I think we get to some callers. It's crazy to see so many UK people divided. I read the ITV sports comment, and I see our local, is if I'm using the appropriate term there, or our normal UK listeners, and they're divided. Look, a guy like AD who hates on me every day agreed when so many didn't. He said ITV does reach a bigger audience than Sky, though.
But real quick,
when everyone gets ITV, and a lot of other people said, I'm telling you, I found someone else. ITV is free to air.
You were using that word fiduciary.
Yes.
And you said it. This is perfect. You're absolutely right. Because within that concept, there is a benefactor, a solitary benefactor. And just because he works for one versus the other, there's still a solitary benefactor, and that's AJ.
Real quick, if you're listening on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Helps with the visibility of the show. We're going to get to our Patreon callers first, but if we get to 200 thumbs up, then we'll get to everybody else. Also, if you want to go a step farther and support The Boxing Voice, go over to ThaBoxingVoice.com/affiliate sponsors and bookmark the Amazon link. It costs you absolutely nothing, but if you do your shopping through that link, we get a little kickback, and it can go to help us get to more camps and more shows and produce more content.
I think that didn't Chris Eubank already do a pay-per-view on ITV with Reginald Quinlan?
I think he done two. I think he done one with Arthur Abraham too.
Exactly. And they obviously were successful. I don't know how well. But if ITV continues to do it,
that's what I was gonna say. If they keep going back
with the same fighter, no less. Okay, it's 3 now with Chris Eubank. So these people that are saying like, oh, ITV, they don't do pay-per-view. It's like, okay, well, what about the last 2 they done with Chris Eubank, and now they're going back to a 3rd one with Chris Eubank? Someone's making money. They're not gonna just keep doing it for no reason. Like, I don't owe you a favor. I'm not just going to put you on TV, waste time and promotion and bodies, hours, manpower, fucking payroll on all the ITV workers that have to be behind a pay-per-view. Get out of here, guys. Like, come on, let's be real. Anyways.
It works so much different than the US too, it seems. Like, the way that some fights need that money, and so they have to go that route, versus what you hear from UK callers. And the way pay-per-views are kind of like, I don't know, pay-per-view stars over there have like a different sort of context than the ones here.
Two quick points. UK never really discloses their pay-per-view numbers for some reason.
Even better. So there's no way for these people to say that Chris did bad or good. I see people saying they only did 100,000. So now how'd you get that?
Yeah,
liar, pants on fire.
And we can all comfortably say that Dillian Whyte is a bigger star than Chris Eubank.
And also, before I go to call, let me debunk this ridiculousness that Whyte can't do a pay-per-view with Breazeale. Last I checked, he just did one with a dude with 8 losses.
Yeah.
I mean, do I really have to, give you more reasons why Breazeale is more pay-per-view worthy?
Did you hear that soundbite? He was like the reason why he wanted Breazeale and not Ortiz.
With Anthony Joshua.
But Ness, you always make that point about them being able to do pay-per-views based on the fact that they have an American and the UK will buy it. And there's always this narrative when they call in, UK callers saying that that's not the case. I don't know.
But we know it is. That's
what I'm trying to say. It's like
guys, they get behind. And I've always said it. I wish they were us, so that they could get behind our guys. They get behind their guys, win, lose, or draw. And that's why I know that if Dillian Whyte signed to fight Breazeale, they get in behind their guy.
And they want to see them beat Americans. They do.
And the other thing that they're going to want is that they're going to want to see the barometer. They're going to want to see how good Dillian does versus another AJ opponent, because the last Dillian opponent that faced AJ, guess what happened? Dillian dropped him where AJ couldn't. Okay? Dillian keeps making a case. He keeps making a case. And this is how you do it. You go after common opponents and you destroy them. Who was doing that? Gennady. He was going after the guys that people fought, since the people that fought them wouldn't fight him, And that's how he got his fights. That's how he made a name for himself, is by fighting common opponents. But all right, let's go out to the phone lines. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion on the Voice of the People hotline. What is this? What do I need to do? Okay, nothing. I see someone sending messages in the pre-pro. I didn't know if that was for us. All right, callers, sponsors, let's do it. Remember, 5-star review on iTunes. It helps with the visibility of the show. It helps us grow, keeps us #1 on iTunes, lets other, boxing fans find the show, and which, brings new characters. I mean, this year, 2019, has brought us a surgence of new.
Hey, man, why they do this to me, man?
What happened?
Why they do this to me, man? Ron G, bro, I don't like you, fucking Ron G. You catch every fucking thing. Some motherfucker, bro.
You gonna get
somebody in the chat created a name that says Mike Hot Sauce.
Oh shit!
Took a hot sauce bottle and took my picture. Took my picture with the dude with the wide neck and put it on the hot sauce bottle.
Dog, that's the second avatar they made out of it. Like second.
That's hilarious,
bro. You like getting super famous. And they put the sombrero on you.
Yeah, they got the sombrero on them.
No, you need to contact that dude. That's a shirt. You got to contact that dude. That shit look.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
Even if it's a one-off, man. I got the Dominican Nightmare shirt, bro. You got to make some one-offs. Anyway.
That's crazy, man.
He commented in the chat too.
El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Javier, good morning.
Alabama.
I want Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby. No more hiding, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses.
Javier, was that you, man?
Yo, what's poppin'?
What up? What up? Yeah, you're good.
All on speakerphone, like he.
I don't hear that. I don't hear that new mic, but I hear you.
Bro, you driving, Javi? How you gonna tell me?
But I'm not on speakerphone. I swear I'm not.
But you driving? You driving? You got your window down?
Hey, bro, well then come back to me when I get home. It'll be about 5 minutes.
Use that brand new mic too.
Yeah, man, get out of here, bro. You should know better, man.
The one thing I will say real quick. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Javi.
Nah, you go.
The one thing I will say is this. I don't know if he's going to meet without Haymon or not. I don't know if PBC is a serious thing he's going to entertain on his mind. I will say this though.
In our interview, he says, I'm meeting with ESPN and Showtime. Who the fuck runs Showtime?
No. I'm saying this though. But look, I don't know if I mean, but you know, he could just be talking. He could be, but all I'm going to say is this. That's not the point I was going to make. The point I'm making is this. If he sits down with Al Haymon, I honestly believe it's over. He's going to sign with them. I think that if he's in a room with Al Haymon by himself, I mean, not by himself, but like just representing himself, it's over. Al signs.
Too many people come out of a meeting or contact with Al Haymon.
Very well said. Very well said. I love that.
After how long? He finally got his mind right and came over to PBC stable. Slowly but surely, man. Al Haymon is amassing a stable that it's looking scary, bro.
You know what he does? He does a good job of showing people their potential. And really giving them showing them what they're worth and what they could be worth.
And that's
what other people call inactivity. He could be in the meeting calling it progression. We had Andy Ruiz here.
Or longevity.
Look at the way that I went about interviewing Andy. Instead of saying, yo, you want Joshua, you want Wilder, no more ducking. Nah, bruh. Do you need to get active again? Do you want? You know, I know he has some beef with Areola back in the day. Yo, you want that fight? Hell yeah, I want that fight. But before that fight, I want the guy Luis Ortiz just be like, yo, he wants to throw his toes in the water first. He need that activity. He's still looking at being the next Mexican heavyweight, so he's got to build to it. He wants his body to look the part. He's tired of the social media, backlash. So I think this is a fighter that has got his mind right and sat down and said, look, Top Rank is trying to either A, shelf me or rush me, and B, I'm trying to do this. Can you help me achieve this? And if Dillian sits down and says, look, I'm trying to do this, can you help me achieve this? I guarantee you Al's going to put many options. Because look, we never thought Earl was going to be doing a pay-per-view. We just never thought it. And even though I hated it, and I asked so many people about it and questioned, and we got dozens and dozens of videos on predictions on how well it would do in terms of pay-per-view buys because I was out there asking those questions. But all that shit has changed. That perception of it being too dangerous is over. Mikey out here flexing, showing all his muscles. He's so close on the betting line, it's ridiculous. It's straight up ridiculous. So, bruh, shit happens in boxing, man. I mean, I say it every day. Good time to be a fan. But we went to the mastermind, Javier. Time to go to the mastermind in.
I was just gonna say, if you missed our interview with Andy Ruiz, it is posted back to the YouTube by itself. And also, if you think that your body shaming got to him, no, he's doing this for himself. He said he wants to get healthy.
Well, he actually did say that.
I mean, but I asked him
to do with it.
But I asked him, was it more for you or was it more for like public perception? And he said, no, I want to be healthy. I want to look the part. And yeah, I mean, I think it was probably 50-50, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of both.
Shit. Yo, you know what? Let me get to. You're right. I look.
We got M's in the chat.
Yo, motherfucking Rhythm and Violence.
Yeah, he mad. He hot.
You know what it is? It hasn't clicked. Rhythm and Violence, just like Joseph. It took Joseph like a week. You know what I'm saying? I forgot because you went from one to another, bro. I'm sorry, but you are first. You supposed to be before Javier and Jay. I do apologize.
What's going on, Rhythm and Violence? Got to get you an intro, baby.
Got to click, man. Got to click, and you know the frequency. You feel me?
It's cool. It's all cool. Look, I'm gonna get to you later, Mario. This topic is too fire to be deserving about some goofy shit. But look, on some real stuff, this topic got me so fucking hot this morning. If you saw it in pre-production, I was cursing my fucking ass off. I'm getting tired of these old, crinkly head motherfuckers controlling these boxes, and it seems like they're only controlling certain type of boxes. But you figure that out. Eddie Hearn talking about that he worked for me. What the fuck do you mean he worked for you? You his manager. You supposed to work for him. You know, in the beginning of his interview, if you watch the interview, he said Eddie Hearn said that Dillian Whyte works for him. What the fuck? I ain't never heard no manager say the artist, the person ahead of me, the person who cut my fucking check works for me. Is you out your rabbit ass mind? I'm getting tired of these dudes that they got a little money, they got a little paper, telling these motherfuckers what the fuck to do. And like I said before, and Mario, We still haven't figured out one person to figure out when they question the money. And the only time they question the money when it comes to Wilder. I'm starting to see a trend here. Al Haymon get mad when a certain type of fighters leave. He wants to start shitting on his old fighters and stuff like that. Look, I mean, not Al Haymon, Bob Arum. Let me tell you something, bro. All the fighters out there, the one thing I like about this sport, perception is a motherfucker. Y'all need to start putting perception that these two motherfuckers, Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum, is not good for these fighters, bro. All they want to do is control them like little puppets. They want to try to teach them like little puppets, and they ain't puppets, man. That $3 million for Dillian Whyte, dude, I don't even like Dillian Whyte like that, but bro, that's mad disrespect. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of these motherfuckers controlling these dudes like they bitches. Man, look at having Adonis Stevenson, bro. This is a dangerous sport. We need to start respecting these fighters and we start putting them in a higher position, man. I don't know that's what y'all need to do, how y'all need to get at these niggas next, but stop signing to these clowns, man. When you sign to these clowns, we look at you as clowns. I'm sorry, Terence Crawford.
Hey, man,
he's right. And the thing is that Bob, it's not just what he does with the fighters. That's the most important part because that's their bread and it's their livelihood. But he's also very vindictive against people in general. He will not make fights out of spite. He will not work with people out of spite. That's why I've said the moment that Bob Arum is no longer involved with Top Rank will be the day that Top Rank starts to trend upwards again. And they're still a great promotion. They are, but you know,
like Ness always said, man, Bob coined the phrase marination. So it's like with Bob, the fight got to make financial sense before he puts his fighter over in that kind of position. And I'm starting to see
he likes in-house money. You're right.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that, but at the same time, I don't think you can necessarily hold the fighter accountable when the fighter is trusting the promotional company to like lead them. And when you see Bob Arum's track record, how can you really question it? You know what I'm saying? Like with all the stars,
you're absolutely right
that he had. But at the same time, people do have a bad opinion about Bob. But as Ness said, over the last 5 years, Bob has gotten a lot better in working with others.
He has, and the Cold War is over. But you're right. You can't blame the fighter. We don't know what he told Crawford in the meeting to resign. We don't know if he said, we're going to get you Broner, we're going to get you Pacquiao, we're going to get you Thurman, we're going to, and we've seen that, you know, it's not happening.
Crawford is brainwashed, man. I watched like 10 seconds of the press conference. It was Max Kellerman turns to him. He's like, yo, so why'd you pick Khan? He was like, because he got a big name. I'm like, damn, I turned it right off. Listen.
That's the only reason, though. Everybody else, like when you look at it, everybody else has a fight.
I will be fair and say, I'm sorry, Mike, you're right. You came to his defense. You're right. He did say because he's a big name and all the other welterweights are busy.
I just like what he said about him being himself, like not having to play into a stereotype and just like
what stereotype is he? Does he?
No. He said, why does a black fighter have to always be a certain way? That's what he said. He said, I'm not going to be like that. I'm gonna be myself like I always been. I'm not going to be.
Him to be what?
I mean, he was addressing a question. Max Kellerman asked him. Like why he's not, you know, more like boisterous and like get disrespectful and shit like that. And he was just like,
ask him why he don't get disrespectful.
I mean, that's me talking, bro. Not Max. But
yeah, you're not verbatim.
Yeah, you're not verbatim.
Yeah,
I'm not quoting
context because I can't take his answer. I'm gonna take his answer literal. So I need the context of it. So I will just move on. We'll just move on. I would like to see it though, but I mean, off that little bit, I'll tell you this: I disagree. I think Crawford has already shown us the best version of himself, the one that we are gonna latch on to. Let's say pre-Hank Lundy, yeah, he was paint drying, and now he's exciting. He's throwing punches at weigh-ins. You know what I'm saying? So, what is he talking about? If he's trying not to fit in the quote-unquote stereotype mold that we have, like he did, because he threw a punch. Guess what? That's what I like. Mike, let me just get mine off. I like when they put a plexiglass between Chisora and hey, I always repeat that. I always come back to that. I like that. So I like that Crawford swung on him. Like, nigga, you put your hands on me. It's fair. It's open season. Don't disrespect me because my form of disrespect ain't the same form of your disrespect. Niggas think they gonna say, "Oh, Nesta's a bitch," and that's I'm gonna slash your tire if I can't find you.
But I don't know if that was manufactured or
And
not.
that's what he
Ness.
said, though. He said he's.
You know,
Oh,
the only reason I say that is this: when we had him on this show, Ness, when we had him on this show, people,
Jose?
and I don't know if you remember this, the first time we had Crawford on the show was when he got that fight with Prescott out of nowhere, and people asked us never to have him back on again. It was the most dry interview. People hated him, and obviously he wasn't where he's at now. But yeah, he was just paint drying, man. He was so dull, and he had no swagger on the mic. He didn't give good answers. I mean, it was crazy. It was nuts.
And that's one thing he did say, like, I'm not going to be disrespectful or give all voices until that presents itself, you know what I'm saying? And when it does, then we'll handle it the according way.
So it's more like a reaction than who he is.
Never gonna happen. Khan out here scared of this dude.
I mean, yeah. Not become. Like, can you imagine a fucking Crawford and fucking Spence on Crawford and Thurman? Oh man, that shit gonna be fire.
Well, we saw Crawford and Spence a little taste of it,
I'm saying.
And it was good.
Bro, when Keith called this dude a boy, is
he gonna be fucking poking the bear. I can't wait.
Masterminds out here. I got to get this order straight. Now I know. I apologize. I don't see Joseph here either, right?
J Hardcore M's.
Let me make sure Joseph.
Javier back yet?
Nah, I mean, he ain't hit me up with the back, but we going straight to Washington, D.C. Mastermind status, J Hardcore. Good morning.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
J Hardcore Boxing. You don't know shit about boxing. BoxingVoice.com. Okay.
Old school, get on them edibles, man. Turn to a whole nother person.
Go ahead, nigga. Hey, man. Good morning, first of all. But you know what? I'm glad to see boxers, man, taking more control of their careers, man. Because, you know, back in the day, man, they were just a bunch of yes men and did whatever the promoters said. And in reality, the promoters work for them, man. And they got to understand that they the boss. They the one in there taking all these shots to the head and pissing blood and doing all of these things. So I was happy to see Dillian over there shopping himself, man. He wasn't that over there at top rank where Eddie and them was. I mean, he was over on the other side shopping, and I like that, man. And actually, he was pretty much telling Eddie, hey, I got options. And for him to be smart enough to have a contract, fight by fight contract, that's what's up, man. So that way, you know, he makes his decisions in the middle, and he can do whatever he likes to do. And I like that, man. That's so important, man, because these fighters, man, they risk too much to be getting the less check. I mean, the Mayweather shows them the way. I mean, some parts of it hurts the boxing division. But in another way, man, I'm glad they're getting paid now, man. And that's so important. And he letting Eddie know, hey, man, I got options and I will do other things. So he's Eddie's number 2 guy. So he got his number 2 guy out there saying, hey, I'm looking at other stuff. So you need to get down or lay down because something's going to happen. Because like you said, if he get in the room with Big Al's a closer, man. He going to make that thing happen. And that's the last time Eddie gonna see Dillian Whyte. Cut it.
Haymon like Mario Rivera in the fucking 9th inning. He closing that motherfucker.
I love that term. I love that Jay said that.
Baby.
He's a closer. He is.
Ooh. Going out to Canada.
Hold on, man. No more shoplifting. No shoplifting the damn show. We had 93 thumbs up and 349 people watching. We gotta do better. Sorry about that, Canadian Jose.
Popping all this champagne, popping all this rosé, getting money like Jose, chain code Norway, shorty wants that foreplay, I'm like, no way, gotta rock it like Coldplay, killing it, OJ, getting cheese like Green Bay.
Yeah, good morning, boys. It's Friday, minus 16 fucking degrees, man. Snow up to your fucking knees right now where I'm at, man. But guess what, man? In a couple of hours, jumping on a plane to Vegas. Gonna go watch the one and only, man, the chosen one, AB, about billions. hoping and praying that my
God and him.
take away Ness's. He's gonna take away Ness's money, man. Ness was being all bullyish, thinking he had the last laugh, man. I would love nothing more than to see Ness's face, man, after sending that money over to Javi. You got to take a selfie and post that up on YouTube, Ness.
Yeah.
You know, Javi, you can't call in and make fun of the UK people for being sheep, man, because that bet that you took, although it's very brave, man, it wasn't smart at all. You know, you would have been better off. The 200 that you can make from Ness, you could have made 800 had you bet online, man. So come on, man. You know,
that's what the fuck I told him. Take the odds. You gonna
would have made 1,000. Goddamn it, fucking Javi.
Bet money on Broner. You should have took the odds. I told him. Look, I was scared. I was scared. Like, damn,
Okay.
is Pacquiao gonna knock Broner out, or is he gonna win by decision? And this guy let me make my money on the money line with his ass. I said,
damn, money line 200. Javi.
Thing, man. When I time out, I'm gonna do my auto boomerang here, man, because I just want to talk about this fight a little bit. So here's what I think is going to happen, man. What I think is going to happen is it's going to be the same fight, the Julio Cesar Chavez fight of the Canelo fight. You know, you got the named fighter who still has an incredible fan base, who still moves the masses, you know, and people secretly root for him to win. And then he shows up and he gets his ass kicked, right? I think, unfortunately, that's what's going to happen with Broner Pacquiao, man. I think that fight is the exact comparison of what's going to happen. You know, you still hope and dream, but
if you think there, why the fuck are you going?
Because it could happen. It's worth going, man. I'm going to be able to get into lower bowl seats probably for under $150, man. To watch that fight, to watch AB and to watch Pacquiao fight, that's a fucking steal, my friend. That's
the tickets are dropping in price, too.
It could. Oh, hell yeah, man. And I'm savvy, man. I told Ness this before, man. None of the days where I buy tickets weeks and months ahead of time. No way, man. Any boxing fight, I don't care who it is, you buy the day of, and you get the best seats in the house, man. Wilder Fury, I bought tickets the day of. I was like, amazing seats. They cost me like $290, man. You just got to hold on, right? This fight's going to be amazing, and the potential of what could be is worth the risk, man. You know, my buddy Mitty, the TBV, like, you know, pound for pound, people call him. You know, Mitty is covering the hotel, everything. So this fight on points it's gonna cost me $80 to go down. Plus the
keep going. He gonna use the whole time.
Doggy, morning show's 1:30. I gave him 3 minutes. That is
okay. My bad.
Yo, stop driving this car, bro.
I thought it was 1:30, man. My bad, man.
Backseat,
bro. You put your Eskimo hat on, nigga, and you get all bougie and shit.
You in the backseat giving way.
Goddamn, nigga. It ain't that damn fly. I mean, it's cool, but it ain't motherfucking back-to-back days kind of fly. You feel me? You ain't Soldier Boy. Nigga, you ain't Soldier Boy. That ain't Gucci.
Snow out here? Is it not snow out here? You don't see that Burberry pattern right there? This fake Burberry, because it ain't the same.
Nigga, I thought that was checkers or something.
Hey, I like checkers, but I play chess. Yo, let's get out to, let me see. Looking around. Going to Patreon Zone 2016 Call of the Year. Marcus in DC, what up?
Yo, what it do? Boxing Voice, early morning. We get it. You know how we live it. Yo, man, I'm happy to see Dillian Whyte out there. But contrary to what you said, I don't think Dillian Whyte is Eddie Hearn's number 2. I think he knows Daniel Jacobs is. For the simple fact is the thing that's plaguing Joshua right now, which I told y'all before, is that Eddie Hearn holds the golden goose. And when you have more competitors and more contenders within the heavyweight, you can fight people and then not be ridiculed so much, because if the pressure's for Joshua to fight Fury and definitely Wilder, right? But if you look at somebody like Daniel Jacobs, Jacobs can fight Andre, Charlo, Triple G, all before he had fought Canelo, and that really helps you if you're somebody's number 2. Yeah, if he goes see Al Haymon, you know, I already know it's a wrap, man. Look, the Muhammad Ali rule is basically brought about because of Bob Arum. That fighters are supposed to see exactly what a promoter makes. These dudes out here suckers sometimes, man. You got to think about when somebody is signing them. Sometimes these promoter dudes are signing people to what Rhythm and Violence was saying was. Sometimes Rhythm and Violence, the promoters are signing these dudes as Ammies or 2 fight. You know what I'm saying? 2 fight and couldn't get nobody. You know what I'm saying? They had 2 fights in 2 years. So, you know, it depends on when it is. Now, somebody who's already an established commodity shouldn't be signing with a Bob Arum, because then you're going to get played. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be wrestling with them in court. So, You know, so one of the things is you just got to know your worth. And I think Al lets people know that. He buys promoters fight by fight basis. He uses promoters what they for, promote it, and then that's it. The problem is that some of these promoters have TV deals, and that's why they say the fighter works for them.
Cut it. Gabe, Salt Lake City. Good morning.
Good morning, TVV. Like I always say, this is the hardest working podcast in the game, man. You guys gotta go support, hit the thumbs up, Patreon, whatever. I'm about to sign up back to Patreon. I've been slacking, but I'm about to be on there this week, man. You better watch out for me. I'll be on Patreon. But
also, man. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, just because of my time. So, Dillian Whyte, I think Mario said it, and Mike, you said it the best. It's just a negotiation tactic, you know? He's trying to get the best money, and so he's pointed out there that he is a free agent so that he can get the better contract. But I do agree with you guys. I think if he signs with PBC, he could probably still get better fights and eventually maybe still end up getting the Joshua fight down the line. That's what Al can possibly do for you in this boxing game.
Yes, sir.
I know you were hating on Crawford. I know you're hating on Crawford, picking Khan. I bet you wanted him to fight Collazo, knowing you, man. I know you're a big fan of Collazo, but that's my call, man. Go support TVB.
Yes, sir.
Great call. Great call.
Or Mean Machine.
Let me
tell you, he said it perfectly.
He didn't want to fight
that
nobody,
could-
you know what I'm saying?
he said
but he won't fight Mean Machine and fucking Collazo.
Go ahead, Ness.
Go ahead, Mario. No,
go ahead, Ness.
I don't
That's
want
a
to
hater.
fight Mean Machine or Collazo. That's you.
I'm just joking, man. You get so emo now, bro.
Mike got Ness hot this morning.
You're trying to paint it that way. That's what he's saying. He's like, yo, look at the options, guys. You got Mean Machine, Collazo, or Khan. Of course we're going with Khan. We like Khan. He's got a name. Like, get out of there with that whack ass fight.
Yo, but real quick, Marcus, that was
fight. TV dinner fight, dog. You ain't buying no steak for that shit. Ain't
Was
no
that Marcus the last
that night. Nah, the last call was Gabe. And,
that was Gabe. Gabe said it
apologize to Javier. Yo, Javier, I'm sorry. These guys is bums, though. Javier, you saying I'm the bum? Both of them in the production chat. They on the show. They need to be like, yo, bring Javier on.
I just seen it when you gave the thumbs up. I just saw it.
And you said I ain't seen Javier.
Javier, they looking at your messages and laughing. That's what.
No, I saw you give the thumbs up, and that's when I seen it.
Oh God, and them nigga, I ain't see his
But real
messages
quick,
start
I want
laughing.
to reiterate Gabe's point because he's absolutely right, and I don't think I meant to say that, but I think I didn't say that. He could still get that Joshua fight if he landed with PBC. He could, you know what I'm saying? Like he could still get it. Like people make it seem like, okay, well, you know, Al Haymon's got Fox and he's got Showtime, but I think too many times we make it seem like that he's locked into them. Yes, he is kind of locked into them, but I think he would still do what's best for his fighter. So Gabe, I keep saying Gabe, but he's absolutely right. That was the perfect way to put that. He could still land the biggest fights in the world under Al.
This is a big power move if it does happen. This is going to swing the pendulum towards Al Haymon because you know when you Amanda with Al Haymon or with
y'all
Bob
don't
Arum.
stop talking and let this mastermind come in. Damn, how they getting on you, bro? You see, I said they ain't help me remember you, and they like, fuck it, let's just walk over.
Bro, you was talking to somebody else, so me and him.
I was making a video to show them.
Okay, so you're making videos now. You on IG? All right,
Mike just picking up the ball.
What I'm trying to do, man.
What I'm over here working with while y'all
doing photo shoots and shit, and we doing a show.
You over there chewing tobacco and smoking cigarettes.
Man, you're not motherfucking Beyonce or Mariah Carey.
He's doing a show.
Javi, talk to me. Javi busy now because he watching that.
Yeah, see,
I'm coming, bro.
I know you watching the video. It's all good.
Get that fake ass mic.
Yeah. Hey, I'm getting my mic damn near set up. We almost set up. I ain't on it yet though. We gonna get on that in a little later. I'm gonna test it with y'all later. Anyways, bro, I've been telling y'all for the past week now, Eddie over here. Well, actually for a while, that Eddie is pimping motherfuckers out. Eddie be lying. How you lie to your own people, bro? Like he told Joshua that offer ain't gonna work. If you know the offer ain't gonna work, why is we even offering it? Like, you know your person, like you know your fighter. You know he ain't gonna take it, right? So why is we even offering it, bro? Like, you just wasting your time. You wasting his time. You letting AJ just be a whole hoe. And that's what AJ is, a hoe. He just don't want to fight nobody.
Hey, AJ gonna drop some bars for your fat ass.
Hey, look here, little stutter man. Don't play with me.
Here we go, nigga.
Leave me alone, little stutter
my
man.
nigga. You can call me wheelchair guy.
Bro, all I'm saying is AJ ain't ready for no work with nobody, bro. He don't want to work with nobody. And Eddie is protecting the shit out of him. Eddie is the goalie.
Why you always hating on AJ?
Because Eddie the best goalie in the history.
He from Alabama.
I always hating on AJ.
Bro, I'm not gonna show nobody no love for a hoe. The fuck you talking about? He a hoe out here, man.
So
you ain't never loved no hoe.
So beating everybody at the top of the division is a hoe.
He didn't beat everybody at the top of the division. What you talking about, bro?
He beat more people at the top than the rest of the top.
Hey, bro, I don't know about that.
Oh, all right. Well, think about it.
All I'm telling you is it's about 3 people at the top he ain't seen yet. And they seeing each other. Luis Ortiz, and he ain't seen him yet. He ain't seen Fury yet. He ain't seen Wilder yet. That's 3 at the top there.
He also under 28.
Big baby up there.
He's also under 28, only has 22 fights. So he's on track.
Yeah, why you hating on AJ, Ivy?
Bruh, because I'm
every time you call in, man, you always hating on AJ.
Man, this is the fact.
Cut it.
Bring it.
Cut that shit, nigga.
Hey, come on, we gotta keep it moving. No more chit chat, and we're gonna get to all these calls. This is dozens out here, man. And I got a date with Eddie Hearn.
Are you going?
If I can get in, I sent the email because it's for credential media only, and Ron is credential, not me, because he wanted to cover that fight. You know, I wasn't going to go see Wolverine. Wolverine, where you at? Let's see what's going on over here.
Yo, Ness shitted on us in that message so bad.
Oh, you seen it?
Nah, you're speaking truth.
Yo, but that's a lot of shit.
That's the hardest working man. I'm telling y'all, like real talk.
Shooters over here. That's why sometimes
I wish everyone could see it though.
Nah, it's not for everybody's eyes. This was gonna take us to the top. That's all that matters. Steve, talk to me. You've been waiting for a while. Holla at us.
Can you hear me?
We do.
You're right. Yeah, there's 3 things I want to say, but I don't think I've got enough time, so I'll say 2 of them. How's it going anyway, Ness, Mike, Mario?
Good. Thank you.
I don't know if anyone's put 2 and 2 together, or I might be looking into it too much, but Eddie might have pulled Jarrell Miller out because he's setting up the AJ fight. Like the Demetrius Andrade undercard.
Yeah, but I don't think
it was
gonna be an opponent to really threaten Big Baby.
They said that the commission wasn't approving people, so
yeah, but he might have pulled him out. They set that fight up.
It's a possibility, but
yeah,
I think that Big Baby could have got that January 18th fight and still been ready for April 13th.
Yeah, because if you get an opponent on 7 days' notice, it's not going to be an opponent.
Really got to for that one, ain't you? He might not want a fight, and then he might want to just focus on Joshua.
That's a good point. You're absolutely right.
The big fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big fight, but again, on 7 days' notice, you got to think the level of opponent that's going to come in for Big Baby. It's going to be a straight tune-up, a showcase, a exhibition.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And the other thing is the ITV. Like, I don't know, if I was a boxer, say I was Dillian Whyte, I'd prefer to be on Sky Sports than ITV because ITV is mainstream. It's basically Channel 3. But, like, it's not broad enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's things like the X Factor on it. You know, the music thing with Simon Cowell. Like, there's loads of different shows, and it's not like dedicated to sports. And with Sky Sports, it pretty much says what it's on the tin. It's a subscription service, and only sports fans are on it. So it's a niche. It's basically got the
cut it. Steve got extra 20 minutes there, 20 seconds, because Mike and Rob still ain't get a fucking clock. I need a backup clock. I'm about to upload this video to Patreon. The Patreons must see what you guys are not helping with. Fuck that. I'm putting y'all on blast. We going to a Wally.
Call me Rob.
No.
Yeah,
Mike. Oh, I did say Mike and Rob. Yo, it happens all the time. I call Mike Matt all the time, too.
Yep, for like the first 3 months, man, I was Matt, the black Matt.
The black Matt.
Because y'all is getting walked over.
Let me see. We
No,
got
I'm bullshit.
Troy.
Baltimore, baby.
What's up, man?
What up?
Let me get this in real quick. White is a perfect example of a man who understands boxing. It's not the business. He is the business because he's the boxer. You know, so I have a lot of respect for him. He doesn't have an advisor / manager in his ear, a promoter, a road manager, and then a trainer / manager telling him what to do. He's his own man. So hopefully he gets what he wants. And where's Mario?
I'm right here.
Hello? Okay. Get my I'm trying to talk to you about something because I heard you spit the other day and you sparked a fire in my soul. So
Bruh, hey,
basically I actually wanted to get at you, but I want you to take care of Mr. Whoever you were challenging the other day, I want you to finish up with him before you try to come at me.
Oh, before you.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Okay, Troy.
Let me tell you something. Don't nobody even know you, Troy. What you mean try coming at you? You got to try and come at the champ. And the champ is fucking Mario Munguia. He just bodied somebody. And his body count got a resume. You ain't got none. Who are you?
Rhythm and Violence called in and didn't even come at Mario. Didn't even acknowledge Mario.
Hey, Troy, get at me on Twitter.
Have we ever heard this guy
No.
spit?
You know, Ness has my information, man. You know, just
All right.
You can call me, man, and we'll talk, all right? And we'll do something.
All right.
Because you know what, man? I used to do all that, but it's been a while.
Bruh.
That's what's up.
Yo,
all right, Nestor. Have a good day, man, and chill out on the caffeine, Bama.
You used to do that. Mario does this, all right? These old timers, this Eric Ben Rakim ass, they think gonna come back and fight Mario.
Look who talking.
Oh, God, yeah.
Look who talking. You.
My man, I'm a Jay-Z, Biggie, Pac era. I don't know.
He said Rakim.
20 years ago,
ass one ass nigga.
Shut up, Pac, though. Shut up, my nigga Pac, man.
They gonna be like, yo, Mario's chilling. I am the villain. Falling in TBV. I'm killing it. What you talking about? My name is Troy. I'm Baltimore. Yeah, I'm the boy.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Fuck
That
out
was so
here.
disrespectful, boy.
Yeah. Hey, he can't come at Mario. Have you heard
I'm
him?
not saying he can, bro. I'm not saying he can.
Have you heard him rap?
I'm not saying he can.
We heard him rap.
But damn it, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I don't want to see it. I want to see Mario get some more bars on somebody. Mario, hey, Rhythm and Violence called in. He ain't even say nothing to Mario. He ain't even acknowledge. Is he gonna boomerang back?
He did.
He said to be continued.
He said,
"Are you busy?
This topic got me on fire.
He said it's too hot." Yeah.
He said, "I'll address Mario with that corny shit later," because he right. That shit.
Know what I heard? Know what I heard?
What you heard?
Duck, goose.
Man, you a hater, bro.
Man, you riling them up for me.
I'm just
saying. Hater, bro. We went to Troy. We went to Troy. We got to go to Tariq. What up?
Yo.
What up?
Yeah, what's good? Yeah, I'm happy Dillian Whyte's gone over to America, trying to do deals with some of these American networks, to be honest with you, because in the UK, they've just been using him as a pawn in the chess game, in Eddie's little chess game. Like, I really don't like Eddie Hearn. He's funny, but I don't like the tactics he uses to kind of put off fights, offering people lowball offers, etc. Yeah. So obviously, we wanted to see in the UK, we wanted to see like Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua. Personally, I just want to see any fight what Anthony Joshua's going to have here, which he could potentially lose. That's what I want to see. Like, I'm not an Anthony Joshua fan. I'm from the UK, but don't think everyone in the UK are sheeps and they like Anthony Joshua and they believe what Eddie Hearn says. That's just what I wanted to say to you. Like,
all right, Tariq. Thanks for calling in. We're gonna keep it moving. We got Wally. Talk to me.
What's going on, Wally?
Yo, man, them. Literally, I was just looking at this Patreon thing, signing up right now. Still,
big up.
Hold on. Yeah, the last call is making me laugh. It goes, anybody that can make AJ lose. That's what we watch every fight for, really. Anybody that we think these guys are, two tough competitors, and he does this great and he does that great. So I don't think it gets anybody. But anyway, nevertheless, this little situation with Dillian Whyte, he's smart, and it's not like he's done anything brand new. He's just going out there, checking what offers are on the table. And he knows if he goes with Golden Boy, he's got no heavyweights. If he goes with Bo Arum, who's he got? Some dead heavyweights. If he goes with Al Haymon, is that promise of Deontay Wilder and nobody else. Because at the end of the day, Wilder's gonna fight Fury. After that, he has to fight his voluntary, so he has to wait about a year and a half anyway. And then with Dillian Whyte, he's gonna be Joshua's mandatory after Joshua's next fight, regardless whether he fights him next or not. So I think it's just him trying to pass there and show Eddie Hearn, look, I've got a bit of clout now. You've helped me build up, so you better make me a good offer, or or call my bluff and see if I'm joking. So I think it's a good negotiation tactic, really, but I don't think it's going anywhere, to be fair, because he's a UK pay-per-view star now, but it's going to be a whole lot of rebuilding if he goes over to the US to become a pay-per-view star. So I like it. I don't give a fuck who he's with, as long as he's in good fights and as long as we all get good fights, man.
All right. I mean, I disagree with everything he said. He painted a narrative to make you believe Dillian has no options, which he's fucking lying. So he's an undercover sheep.
Yeah, he forgot about the PBC UK.
He said Bob Arum has dead heavyweights. And look, could that be argued? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But how is
puts them in
the
position though?
Matchroom heavyweight stable better than the PBC heavyweight stable?
Especially take out Dillian Whyte.
Is that what he said though? Really?
Obviously, he said you're gonna go to PBC only with the promise of Wilder and nothing after that.
I didn't. Oh yeah, I took it a different way when he said that, but you saying it now, yeah, I guess that does sound.
No matter where he goes, I mean, he still got the AJ fight because he's going to be called mandatory sooner or later.
And all you got to do is have the backing of Al.
Yeah,
so
when you got that, you good.
You win the purse bid, and if you don't win, guess what Al did? He drove the purse bid higher, so your percentage is still better. Now, if you're with a little promoter or a no-name promoter, or you're managing yourself and you go to a purse bid, you ain't got the pockets. But if Eddie knows he's going to purse bid with Al, believe me, that first offer is going to be a big offer.
Yeah, it's got to be.
When Eddie knows he's going to purse bid with himself,
you don't
he
get
can just bid what he wants to bid.
So, like, if for Eddie, it's not about going to purse bid with Dillian. It's about Anthony Joshua fighting on anywhere Al Haymon decides, on promoted only by Al Haymon, not co-promoted by Matchroom. That's what winning a purse bid means.
But there are so many tactics that Al Haymon has that he's used. Like that's the thing is, I'm not saying that Eddie's not smart. He is extremely smart. But if you were to get on that side, like, look, I think that he could go with Eddie and still accomplish some of the things, like in terms of getting fights elsewhere, that he could with PBC. I just think the PBC route with Al Haymon is easier and it's better. I mean, Al's got tricks that people don't even realize. I mean, people don't even know that Al has made other promoters put in high ass purse bids out of threat, and they ended up paying like all this money for a fight that he never even intended to get. Like, they have no idea some of the things that he's done. Like, I can't even say some of these on air because I've gotten them, off the record. It's crazy. The man's smart. He's a genius.
I want to address this. People are like, Eddie's got the best heavyweights. Look at Eddie's roster: AJ, Takum, Usyk, White, Price. Yo, bro. First of all, White is a free agent. Wait,
who said Price?
Yo, White is a free agent, so he's not on the list. He's shopping. Price. If that last caller said that Top Rank has dead heavyweights, what the fuck is Price? He's walking dead.
Nigga ain't walking, nigga. That nigga crawling. Who you finna fight?
Yo, Takum just got knocked out by that 8-loss Chisora. Like
he did just beat somebody though.
Okay, let's give him that. But now let's go on the other side. Let's start with, I don't know, for David Price, we got a lot of people that could fight David Price and on the level of David Price. Travis Kaufman's, Chris Areola's, those guys are David Price level. Yeah. Usyk, that's high caliber, but he's not a heavyweight yet. Yeah, he's not a heavyweight yet. He's a cruiserweight. Could he go up and be as good as David Haye? Maybe. Could he be as great as Evander Holyfield? Who knows? We don't know yet.
That's too much.
We don't know yet. Takum, I mean, bro, we got plenty of those on the other side of the block. I mean,
somebody said Parker's not signed with Eddie Hearn. Parker's not signed with Eddie Hearn. Parker's last fight was in New Zealand. Eddie Hearn had nothing to do with it.
and he's with Duco events. And if he did have anything to do with it, it would at least been streamed on DAZN. But
was it a first last type option? No, it definitely
It was
wasn't.
just
Never
like
mind.
one of those. Hey,
Yeah.
if you come to the UK,
I think those
you work
options
with me.
on Parker are long gone because that's why he got the Dillian Whyte fight. But anyway, back to the callers. Who do we got? First time caller, 414-839. 414-839. Who's this? First time caller. Say your first time caller. Let's give you that first time caller intro. Tradition.
Ness, man. It's Sal from Milwaukee.
Oh my
man.
fucking God,
I
Sal.
don't know.
I'm sorry, brother. It's
Hey.
Mike's fault. We gonna
See, I knew it. I knew he couldn't wait. This nigga is the king of deflection, man.
do the list.
I already listen.
Mike, didn't I email you the
I
list?
already know it's Mike.
You made me a list?
I emailed you this so that you could do it on the Google list, remember?
When was this?
Oh, he lying, y'all. The last show when I missed the last
I
call.
already know it's Mike's fault, but check. I got something for Mike. Hey, Border Wars coming up. This is my proposal, right?
Okay.
Check this out. Check this out. Put me in the front seat with Mike. I bet I whoop his ass.
Hey, we ain't gotta get in front seat, homie. We can get him back. I'll choke your ass out, nigga.
He got R&V first. That was one of my bars.
I'm fucking with you, Mike.
I know, man. It's all love, baby.
Called in, G. I was trying to make my own tier on Patreon because I don't get to call in and shit as much as I want because I be working. So I don't really need the boomerang or ringer. I was just trying to get I was trying to put $80 down a month and just being like the chat y'all in, the Patreon chat and shit.
Yeah,
I don't really,
you gotta go to the
need
mastermind.
Boomerang and shit.
That's called mastermind.
Mastermind?
Yes, sir.
All right,
But
for sure.
let me tell you,
yeah, man,
listen, hold on, because as much as we would love to have you in there, you have to have an iPhone. Unfortunately, it's a very biased chat.
I got an iPhone. What the fuck?
Hey, I know.
He got mad as shit.
I feel the same way.
You offended him.
Bro, when I text somebody and they got a green bubble, I want to slam my phone. So I feel the same way, but I got
it. Another thing though, Ness. Kick that nigga Ralphie off the show. The nigga can't even answer simple questions, bro. Like, you don't have a UK nigga over here. When the caller called, bro, just answer the question. The nigga kept saying, "Oh, Wilder this." Why? The nigga asked about Joshua. He keep bringing it up. Like, bro, go on with that shit, bro.
Sam,
cut it.
Yo, that's your minute 30. But damn, that was a great call. You gonna pay attention to the super chat? I mean, to the production chat, man, because that's really where it's going down at, man. I'm telling you.
For the chat, bro. I've been having to put the fucking on do not disturb, bro. That shit do not stop ringing.
Yeah, you gotta have a cool girlfriend too, man, because it don't stop ringing. And Mike do face group times all the time.
Yeah, I do.
FaceTime all the time. So
my girl already knows if I get that FaceTime, she's like, you on with Mike, ain't you? Yeah.
You gotta be careful because I'm telling you, man, so many FaceTimes. Your girl might be like, what the fuck is going on? Let's go to Deej on Skype. Deej, talk to me.
What's going on, Deej?
Yo, what's up, man? Oh yeah, love to that previous caller. He's right about Ralphie. I don't know why you got Ralphie on the show. He's making UK look bad, making us look like sheeps. But I just wanted to educate you all on the pay-per-view sort of options you got in the UK and why Al Haymon might suffer a little bit. I mean, pay-per-view on ITV is kind of hard. It's like driving from New Jersey to New York without Easy Pass. It's pretty long. You know, Sky and BT, they've got technologies. So it's kind of like buying an Xbox or a PlayStation. They've got a whole thing where you've got the infrastructure to buy the pay-per-views. It's a little bit messy with ITV. So the idea that they've got the biggest network and the biggest reach is a bit of an illusion in a sense. More people watch their premium channel than any of the other stations. But when it comes to pay-per-view, I think they might struggle a little bit, to be honest. It's a little bit unfortunate, but the UK do show up for their fighters. So, you know, if they put the big fights out on there, we're going to support it. But Sky number 1, BT number 2, I would say, and then followed by ITV. But he needs to go. It's obvious that Hearn's not invested in White. And I think with Warren over there, when you see the prospects.
Cut it. Deej, thanks for calling in. Super chat from Jack is the Truth that says, put some respect on Rafi's name. He's doing great. I sent Rafi the link, FYI. People already like, yo, you fired Rafi. You fucking cunt.
Hey, speaking of Jack is the Truth, he wants you to play a clip that I sent you. It is the first one. I'm about to emphasize it for you.
The first one.
There you go.
The first clip you sent me, he wants me to play it on the show. That didn't sound like a song at all.
He wore the Eskimo hat. Now he thinks he's a R&B artist.
What you said to Eddie Hearn?
You know what? I understand because Eddie and Rex are Joshua.
Not that one.
Not that one?
The very first one, like the top one.
Very first. I don't see a little exclamation. There it goes. I see it.
The other, but are you free to talk
No,
to
not that one. Up one more.
Had exclamation on that. Oh, this one, the Dillian Whyte.
Michelle Joy.
I don't know what's going on with that. Luis Ortiz is drunk. He needs to lay off the blood pressure medication. You know, I've offered to fight Luis Ortiz in 4 different occasions. He's turned it down. He said, oh, they haven't got a contract. That's not a boxing work. If you're interested, you contact my promoter. Contracts don't. You see, some most of these fights that have the contract get signed the day of the fight, or the day before the fight, because contracts are a lot of negotiation, a lot of things. If you're interested in the fight, you contact my promoter, and we actually reach out to them on an offer as well. We offered him to fight December 22nd, main event pay-per-view in England, massive profile. He said, oh, when he realized I was fighting Cesaro, then he said, oh, I'll fight you on the undercard of Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, on a flat fee. That does make no sense. I'm in the Dillian Whyte business. I'm trying to build me as a brand, as a pay-per-view star. Not my days of popping up other pay-per-view and other cards is finished. You know, why am I gonna fight you on the undercard of a fight when I can fight your main event and all the media is and me and you? Why am I gonna go and it makes no sense. It's just silly. These guys, they don't want to fight. They say they want to fight and they say all these things, but they don't really want to fight. But good luck to him anyway. I'm sure they're gonna take his license away from him soon because he's got to be about 1,000 years old.
And lastly, I wanted to ask you, I haven't been able to ask you about the
sound like a duck to me.
Yeah, but I like the point where he says the contracts get signed on the day of. So when you see Eddie's day.
Oh, the chat likes to say Eddie Body.
Yeah, make sure you.
When I told Eddie, like, Eddie, why you acting like contracts don't get signed the day of or the day before? And he laughed at me. And now his own fighter's saying it. No, listen, bro. If I had $1 for every time I was proving one of these fucking boxing industry dudes wrong, I'd be rich. It's just that simple. It is their job. I keep telling y'all, Bob Arum and Eddie are no different. Oscar, no different. And PBC doesn't have a promoter to be no different. But when they do, Lou, TGB, whoever fills in, bro, that is their job. Is to tell you beautiful things and have you believe lies so that you are wrapped up into buying whatever it is they're selling, regardless if it's on pay-per-view, on a streaming service, on a premium service, on free TV. They want your eyeballs, bottom line. That's it. So they'll say and do whatever to get them. I mean, they don't care. It's a fight-by-fight thing for them. They'll lie today, tomorrow tell you the truth, and then lie again.
That's that famous Bob Arum, right? Bob Arum line.
I don't know.
366 people watching, 141 thumbs up. Please stop shoplifting to the show, man. We out here trying to get this work in. We got a super chat. Oh, super chat. Adi Jami. Wait, y'all believe White? LOL, that's crazy.
Now White's not credible. Now White's not credible. This is hilarious. I'm telling you that's why I call him sheep. You can't win. Listen, let's go out to my man KO. KO really putting me to work. You see, I showed y'all everything I showed y'all. I ain't show you like Patreon. I got people hitting me up on Patreon like, yo, bring me back, boomerang me back. That's another little job. But KO calling in from I don't know where on another number on Blog Talk. But let's get him in.
To this day. To this day. Take him on if you know the words.
Come on. To this day. Y'all better sing along. Y'all know them words. Oh, KO, you wildin'. What the fuck you
in? Talking about bringing back in this motherfucker.
Swap meet. My man.
He had a restaurant.
Goddamn skyscraper.
Right
He had a busy ass diner.
What the bus stop, KO? What's going on, bro?
Can you hear me? Listen, I'm up and about today, man. I thought I'll call from my mobile. That's how much I love your show still.
All right, man. We love you right back. Go ahead and talk. We're gonna take the background. Go ahead and talk.
All right. So what we're talking about, Dillian Whyte wanting to leave Eddie. I don't think he's gonna leave Eddie. I mean, the last time I was on your show, I told you that if you think about any current active fighter who's not had a shot at a world title and has done 2 pay-per-views and making millions, it's only Dillian that has done that. And he's done that with Eddie and Sky. And I don't think Al Haymon can do that for him, certainly not in the UK, not with ITV. So, to be honest, I really don't see him giving Eddie anytime soon. Unless, of course, he gets a better deal, which I highly doubt. I don't think anyone's going to give him a better deal in the UK. In the US, I don't know, because obviously he's not popular. No one really knows him. So I don't know if he's going to be able to do pay-per-view in the US.
Hey, KO, you got 9 seconds left, but how many people knew Lee Selby when he signed the deal that changed his life and his wallets for the rest of his life? And he got kidnapped away from Eddie Hearn. How many people knew him over here?
Yeah.
Oh, guess what?
Cut it.
Use your boomerang status, sir. Use your boomerang status. Oh shit, I forgot he ain't on Skype. I'm muting Skype. I forgot he over here. Yo, you don't be switching up the game on me, man. Hitting me with the left hook and shit. But yeah, he's like, oh, that's the second caller to say, oh, Dillian Whyte isn't known in the U.S. Okay, neither was Lee Selby. Neither was James DeGale. You know, they still came over and got that bag. They got that bag. Remember, James DeGale fought Andre Durrell for like 1.3 million. That purse bid was. Al dumped on that. Like, come on. We going out to New Orleans, right? Is this New Orleans? Let me see. 504. Damn sure it's the New Orleans. New caller in the NO. Who's this? 510 710. No, excuse me. 504 710. 504 710. First time caller?
Yeah. No, not a new caller. I've called them before.
Oh, what's your name, brother?
This is Rue 504. I've called in maybe
Oh my
a month
God.
ago.
No, you have called in. See, this is why we need an updated list. I'm gonna send it to Mario. Mario's better with Google Docs.
Yeah, but essentially this is just Dillian Whyte trying to get more money out of Eddie Hearn. It's just a negotiation tactic. I don't really see him going anywhere, and it's good that he is doing that for his career, trying to get as much money as possible because he's putting his body on the line, but I just don't see him leaving Eddie Hearn. But yeah, that's my call.
All right, thanks for calling. Look at Javi talking about Nestle. Everybody good with Google Docs. Yo, Mario with Google Docs, bro. I'm telling you, he been doing that Google Docs shit. We going out to Michael, man. Javi a hater on the low. Telling you, y'all ain't ready for this chat. Y'all don't know what Javi's like on the
I think y'all ready.
Yo, he funny though, for real.
Michael.
What's going on, Mike?
In the UK.
Hello.
What up?
You there?
Michael.
Hey there.
Michael,
Hey,
let me stop this clock. Michael is the one that's been doing those very dope graphics that I've been posting on our IG by EdgeNote 5. What is it? EdgeNote 502? No, EdgeNote 5.
The face off and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are dope.
They've been good artwork, brother. You're nice.
Oh, thanks, guys. But you're gonna hate me for in the next few seconds because
it's all good. It's all good. We know you're a UK sheep. You just know how to draw. That's all. I mean, look, you could be a sheep and still have other talents. You're a sheep, but you know how to draw.
Yeah. No. All jokes aside, yeah. Look, I mean, Dillian Whyte, I don't think he's going to go to PBC. I think he's just using this as a negotiation tactic. When you look at it, like if you look at it wisely, he's going to go where all the talent's at and where all the potential money is at.
Where's all the talent? Where's all the talent?
the talent's all with Eddie Hearn in the zone right now.
Really?
The only ones.
What heavyweights does Eddie have?
If you look at the trifecta,
What
right
heavyweights
now,
does Eddie have?
if you look at the trifecta right now, the three top heavyweights, Tyson Fury's with Frank Warren, Deontay Wilder's with PBC, whatever, and Joshua's with things. Out of the three, the one which is the cash cow is Anthony Joshua. He wants Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, but he's got two mandatory positions. All he needs is the wallets of Al Haymon. What are you talking about?
But like mandatory he doesn't want mandatory purses. He wants the actual negotiation kind of money. That's what he wants.
Why not?
Same thing with Wilder.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong. If you have the backing, sir, you do want purse bid. Because guess what? Whether Eddie wins or Al Haymon wins, the fighter's purse goes up. If you didn't know.
Yeah, but there's no proof that Al Haymon is gonna provide the backing because he hasn't provided the backing
if he
so
signs
far. If you're looking at
that's false. That's false again. But if he signs them, why wouldn't he? When he signed DeGale, didn't he provide the backing and win a $3.1 million purse bid? When was the last time you heard? Excuse me. When was the last time you heard of another $3.1 million purse bid non-pay-per-view fight? Tell me, because I'll remind you of a purse bid that recently happened that only went to 1.2 million with your best friend, your boy lover Eddie Hearn. Remember? He lost to Top Rank. Remember?
Yeah, that was when
in the last 6 months,
not when the money
no, that's
now.
false. That's false. That's false again. And you're getting extra time. I'm gonna let you go because everything you're spewing is lies. Eddie lost the purse bid with
You're badgering the witness.
after already having.
That's Top Rank.
Excuse me, Eddie lost the purse bid with Maurice Hooker after already having the backing of DAZN. Don't forget that. That was the first DAZN champion that he signed, and he lost that purse bid to Top Rank. Okay, so I don't get it. And I'm not gonna say Eddie's gonna lose the AJ purse bid, but that's gonna make Eddie call up Barry, and they're gonna have to come with the fucking maletas. Okay, maletas. Go look up the translation, and inside those maletas is gonna be a lot of fucking money, because that's the only way that they're gonna secure that they don't lose. Like you said, their cash cow. Because if it goes to purse bid, even Top Rank is coming for that ass.
Boy, they're gonna have to bring in so much money. They're gonna put that fight on layaway.
Listen, whoever pays for that fight gets to charge Americans $100, dog. If that fight goes to purse bid, what are you talking about? Oh, well, wait. I'm mixing it in with Wilder and Joshua. Excuse me. We're only talking about Joshua, Dillian Whyte. So it ain't gonna be that crazy of a purse bid because it is an American fight instead of a UK fight. But maybe Al has more interest than, let's say, a Top Rank because Al has now this ITV deal. So he
got a super chat.
A UK pay-per-view if he won the purse bid.
We got a super chat from our mastermind sheep. Jack is the truth. Why haven't the Wallace of Haymon helped Wilder?
Tell me how they haven't, Jack. Won't you call in and debate?
He don't want to call in. He at work or something like that.
He can't because he can't debate that. Tell me how the Wallace.
But here's the thing, though.
But go ahead. I'll listen.
It's not all about the maletas in this with Wilder and with PBC guys. Like it's about the freedom that they have in so many ways. It's about the perks that they get with him knowing certain things and the offers that they get that are bountiful. You know what I mean? So with Wilder, with respect to Wilder, I'm not talking about which the conversation or the debate that you just had. I'm talking about in this specific reasoning. It's not all about the bags of money and shit.
For Dillian Whyte?
No. For Wilder, he's saying why haven't the Malet, or he's all about to say he's saying why had the money help Wilder, but that's not the case. That's not that. First of all, I don't think that's true. Period. But it's not all about that. People got to understand that there are so many aspects to dealing with Al Haymon and PBC that don't coincide with the money or do help with the money, but aren't just about the bottom line. He gets them deals, he gets them offers from so many various places that other promoters can't do. So even if somebody puts up more money for something, it's going to come with a stigma. Like with Golden Boy, Top Rank, like the only reason they'll give somebody more money because they want 6 more fights, 9 more fights, 3 more fights, rematch clauses. He can do that without those stigmas attached.
Yo, look at this sheep comment. Nestor. Matchroom have worked or have the best heavyweights in the division, including Usyk and Klitschko, who are with DAZN. A cruiserweight and a retired heavyweight. So if you're not a fucking
That's so fucked up.
you're a clown.
I mean, look.
What a fucking moron. DJ, talk to me. DJ. Oh, shit. My bad, Oliver. Talk to me, Oliver.
Oliver in Bermuda, what's going on, homie?
I'm so sorry, Oliver.
You ain't made it to Ohio yet?
I just signed on. I just came back on.
Okay, good.
So it's all good. No, look, I've been crystal clear. I haven't been the biggest fan of Dillian, but much respect to him as far as exercising his options. I think it's really good, especially how he's talking. He's saying, I'm my own manager, so I know all the numbers, So yeah, I think he's in a position of power. I hope he does get some other options, and not even just for him. It helps set the standard for other fighters. Also, you look at fighters like Mikey Garcia, or even how Pacquiao, he's using now Haymon, to where he's establishing his own promotion and things of that nature. So yeah, I think it's a good look for boxing. So yeah, kudos to Dillian. That's my call. Oh, everybody, don't forget to smash the like button, and you can get on Patreon. They have a ton of stuff. This is bar none the best boxing podcast out there. Talk with you guys later.
Oliver,
thank you, brother. Thank you, Oliver.
Yo, from the hating chat, a chat I can't even believe is saying this. August, he's like Augustus, excuse me. He's like the worst hater of all. He says, I personally think it's the beginning of the end for Matchroom if PBC gets Whyte, exclamation point. And you know what? As I read that twice, I believe him. If you take Whyte away, there's only one option before the walls are closing in on AJ. Actually, I guess they can make the Usyk option. I just don't know if the UK public buys that up. Like, will they accept Usyk fighting whoever he fights and then going into an AJ fight? Or
that would be
Klitschko.
Yo, how played would Joshua be in that situation? Okay, look, I'm going with the assumption that Usyk's going to be just as dangerous at heavyweight, but if he were to allow himself to fall into a situation where he is forced to fight Usyk for less money at this, that fight does not generate what Whyte makes, and then he could have had Whyte instead. Oh man, he gets so played in that situation.
It's gonna be Miller, man. When it's all said and done, we're gonna see AJ Miller June, January, whatever, July or sometime.
Bro, the fact that anybody is saying, "Oh, Klitschko signed a DAZN, they got the best heavyweight," like, you are a fucking moron. Just run into the wall, please. Head first.
Are you saying that because it's not done, or because
for many reasons, but the main one being Klitschko just took another 2 years off, bro? Like, what the fuck?
That's what I figured you were saying, but
you can't put Klitschko and the best in the same sentence with these consistent long layoffs. Like, stop it.
And you heard what Dillian Whyte said. He wanted the tune-up before he even faced Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, he asked for 3 fights or some shit like that. It don't even matter. Look.
We got a super chat from
Prince Joel. Go ahead.
Adija Ma. So sad Ortiz can't defend himself against no sheepness.
No, you're right. Listen, I'm not here to back Ortiz. I got to get his trainer on the phone. I'm not fucking with that fight they took. Who they took?
Christian Hammer, right?
Yeah, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that fight. Like, the only way I'm accepting that fight, Jose, text me if you want back in, baby. Only way I'm feeling that fight is if
I mean, Christian Hammer did.
Can I say the only way I'm feeling it?
Yeah, I was about to say what.
The only way I'm taking that fight is if it's a 2-fight deal, which means he fighting Joe Joyce next. I'm not taking that just because. Fuck out of here. And it's supposed to be all Cuban and feel like you coming to the Barclays Center with garbage. Fuck that. Christian Hammer.
So you're okay. So you're okay with that fight if Joe Joyce is next?
Yeah, if Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev deal. If it's like that.
Yeah.
If it's like that, but it gotta be like that. It can't be allegedly like that. No, on paper he gets
or like somewhere in the within the year or
paper. It's got to be on paper. He gets a tune-up, and then he gets, Joe Joyce next. The same way Andre Ward said, all right, I'll fight Kovalev, but I want 2 tune-ups first. So they gave him Brand, then Alexander Brand, then they gave him Saul Pereira, then he got Kovalev. Then he beat Kovalev, gave him the rematch. That's what I want.
That's how you maximize the benefits.
Luis Ortiz is just fighting Christian Hammer because it ain't doing nothing. Somebody go to Boxrec while I go to Joel the Prince in Dubai on the pound for pound status.
Mike, were you about to say something though?
I was just gonna say Christian Hammer beat one of Eddie Hearn's top heavyweights in David Price.
You mean air quote top heavyweights?
Yeah. I'm just picking on a thing you read earlier. Eddie has top heavyweights and they named David Price. So if you want to shit on Christian Hammer, he beat one of Eddie's top heavyweights.
Joel, you gonna talk, baby? What's goody? You still got yourself muted, Prince. Going once. Going twice. It's fucked up for him too. I think he's got to use like an IP thing because he's in Dubai.
Joel, you there?
All right. Well,
Christian Hammer is 24-5 with 14 KOs, 3 KO losses. His last fight was against Michael Wallish.
Hey, Ness.
Yo,
there we go.
Oh, that's DJ. He finally spoke up. What up, DJ?
Oh, go on. Hey, my intro, Mike.
What intro? You ain't got no intro?
I need to be a patron, because I come on too late and I ain't really got nothing to say anymore. Everything's been said.
I mean, that's that long line, man.
That's a good point, though.
Yeah, man. Anyway, keep up the good work, and that's it.
Hey, but let me hear what you had to say anyway. Because what if it is echoing what I'm saying? Then I feel good. If not, maybe
no.
Maybe,
I'm
maybe
not going to be echoing you.
Hey, but maybe
no point, honestly.
I mean, but maybe
I'll do my Patreon or my boomerang or something like that, and then I'll be boosted up the line, and then I'll come on.
Go.
All right, DJ. Well, we're waiting for that, man. We appreciate everyone that tunes in, everyone that supports us on Patreon. Because guess what? Ain't nobody paying the bills over here for us. We're doing it on our own, and we want to keep this cast, man. Mario hasn't been on for a few days because he was under the weather, still is, and still out here trying to put in the work. Today is Friday. It's motherfucking Beating the Odds with TBV. I think we're going to be doing that at 1 o'clock. I don't have anything in the way. Unless I go see Eddie, then we're pushing that back to later on this evening. But Eddie, I got to get that email. Because
gotta try, bro. Because
it's credential media only, though. I read that. So I called Anthony and we're checking. Could I get in just for the press conference and go get my little one-on-one? Oh, Joel's bad. Joel, what up? You got in on the late. What's good, Joel? I see your mic on. No, don't say I ain't tried. See, that's that pound for pound love I'm giving you. Ready? All right, we left you. Okay. So what do I say here? Yeah, man. So if we don't see Eddie this afternoon, if I don't, we're gonna hope that Ron could bring the pain to him. Because Jack is the Truth did an excellent job.
Harvey said he want a boomerang back in. He only got one call.
He lying.
Now I remember the first call he was like on
that first call got cut short.
Hey, Javi.
Hello, what up, bro? Why you trying to take my call?
Hold
bro?
on, Javi. Hold on. Cause damn, Joel. Go ahead, Joel.
Yeah. What up? Sorry, guys. But as you know, my country's with Skype is complicated. But let's go, Ryan. Let's go directly to the depth. With that deal and stuff, I was like, okay, I'm cool. He is his own boss. He can do whatever he wants. If he feels like going to the PBC and then he can get a title shot directly, then cool, he can go. But then I'm kind of those guys like I don't get news and then like, okay, there is a news. I run to the news myself. I do the research. So I run to all the interviews that Dillian Whyte have done yesterday. And then I find one with Angela Yee. And then he was like, she asked him, so are you going to the PBC? Say, no, you know that me and Eddie, we do good job, so I'm waiting on that. And was like, whoa, dude, hold on, are you going or you don't going? Oh no. He's like, no, me and Eddie, we are doing a good job, so we're still trying to push to have that fight. And I don't know, I'm gonna see.
Yeah, but he
And then
said that with Michelle Phelps.
and then he says, and then he goes on, he say,
Helen Yee.
AJ is a control freak, and then
Yeah, I heard
know
that
how
one.
to get in, and then I know how to get in his head. I was like, are
I
you
heard that
doing
too.
this just to get in his head, or are you doing this because you feel like? And then he goes again, he say, I'm a top 4 contenders, so the offer has to be the same like the one he sent to Fury and Wilder. I'm like, whoa, is the offer is a low ball, or is the offer you feel like is a low ball because it's not the same thing like he sent for Wilder? So which one is he? And then he goes again and say he doesn't want to fight the top fighter. I was like, man, if you say he's fighting the mediocre fighter, you are in the list of that mediocre fighter.
Cut it.
I think Danny Alvarez went on.
Yo, I just went over with Joel. Joel, you gotta use your boomerang status. Daniel Alvarez lost.
What's going on?
The man that actually spoke to Dillian Whyte face to face.
Yes.
The man did you. I hope you got some off-camera extras, because I feel like there was some things left that we could have asked. Like, look, you got Joel calling in saying, "Yo, is he really going to the fight? Is he really gonna meet with Al?" Like, what was the atmosphere like? What was the energy like when you was with the Dillian Whyte camp yesterday in Las Vegas?
No, Dillian Whyte camp showed us a lot of love. Got some contact information. They want Dillian on the show. Spoke to his brother who was previously on the show. No, it was great to have Dillian in the media room. He was actually doing Radio Row when he first came in, so he was on a couple of radio stations, pushing this fight, pushing the Pacquiao Broner fight, which was crazy to see. He made it very clear that he is a free agent, that he's on a fight-to-fight status, and that as far as Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, it's really just been a loyalty thing because, they've been able to make it happen. He said that he did get lowballed, and when asking him about the Wilder offer, given that Wilder is a champion, he said, why would Wilder take that? That's a ridiculous offer. So, no, it was great. He will be ringside at the fight Saturday night. Mayweather Promotions had a card last night at the MGM, and Dillian also showed up. He was there taking pictures with the fans. So I feel like it was a good atmosphere for Dillian.
Yo, did it seem like people knew him in the US? Did it seem like fans knew him?
Nah, to be honest, no. They did not. However, I had some military friends that were at the fight. I actually had Dillian come take a picture with them, and when I showed them his Chisora knockout, they said that they did see memes of the knockout, but they weren't able to obviously tell, okay, that was him that we've seen before. You get what I'm saying? But no, it's not like people were stopping him. Like it was just media. You get what I'm saying?
Did you get the feeling that he really is going to entertain offers, or he's there to hear offers, or is he just using this as a negotiation tactic, scaring Eddie Hearn and Joshua into seeing, hey, you can lose your other biggest domestic fight?
No, I feel like it's totally legit. I feel like it is totally legit. Speaking off camera, like you said, and actually speaking to his brother and Jay, which is his manager, the gentleman that pushed me about getting Dillian on the show, they didn't speak too highly of Eddie and his business per se. So I feel 100% confident that at a very minimum, Dillian is in town and will be having conversations with at least Premier Boxing Champions, PBC.
He also said ESPN, though. When you said PBC, he said ESPN too. He said ESPN as well.
Yeah. So I did bring it up in the interview just because obviously Top Rank does have that ESPN backing, the financial backing, you know, and basically he just wants to be, you know, treated fair. He says he's going to go where the money's at. He said that the zone says that they wanted him. However, they didn't. He said they lowballed him on the Chisora fight.
Yo, listen, next time you got to push him on that. Say, what do you mean by lowball? And then when he said, yo, it was a no-brainer to go be seen on Showtime by millions versus a streaming app. Then you got to be like, what do you mean? Anthony Joshua is the biggest fight, and if you fight Anthony Joshua, it'll be on a streaming app. Do you feel that you're going to be watched by less people? Like, we need to get the truth out because these motherfuckers ain't giving us no numbers. But, Danny, let me get to some other people. You the man. Keep laying it down out there. Is anything out there? You know Rob Brandt is waiting, B.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been covering Fight Week. There's a shit ton of videos, you know, that need to be uploaded. We've been working, so shout out to everybody, you know. We covering everything. But the last thing I will say is that I brought up Luis Ortiz, and there's another Dillian Whyte video that still needs to go up. But I brought up Luis Ortiz, and he said that fight was offered to him, but to be co-main event for Wilder Fury. And he said that he's a pay-per-view
90 seconds.
Okay, why would he be?
See, that's why you had to push him. You had to push him because you had to say you're a pay-per-view star domestically. You're a pay-per-view star domestically. Being on Wilder Fury would have brought you international fame, plus made the case for the fight that you want with Wilder. You've been wanting that fight. Why wouldn't you want to show a
That's how boxing sets up fights.
That's how boxing's been setting up fights for years.
So
I hope you sleptwalk his ass, B.
All of that's in the interview.
60 seconds.
Oh, fuck, my bad. All of that's in the interviews that still need to be uploaded, so you guys will hear that on my interview.
That's
with
what
him.
I'm talking about. Ring fucking walk Danny.
Give out your social media, Danny.
Hey, Mario, the ball's on you. I know you checked your email. Mario's approved to the Munguia, and
I'll be there, man. I'll be there. I'm gonna get it, bro. I'm gonna get it. I'm like, you know what it is though? I remember, like, I was in this groove in like 2016 where I was like fight, and I was getting good shit. I pressed Spence, you know, before he was Spence, obviously, but yeah, that was one of like my last interviews in 2016, and yeah, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. I'm so like I seen Jack doing his thing over there, and I was like, I can't let that motherfucker down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I go cover a fight and like I don't get something, like I'm letting all the other videographers down, you know, videographers down. So, you know what I'm saying? They're pushing me.
Fucking Ringwalk Danny jumped off, but it's at Ringwalk Danny on IG. Follow him there. We're gonna go back out to Javier. Talk to me.
Yo, I was thinking about something. So Dillian is actually a person who from the UK can do it out Eddie. Because Dillian got his own mind, bro. Like, think about it. AJ need Eddie to talk for him. Because AJ not finna do all these interviews and shit. Dillian seemed way more interested in giving interviews, telling people how it is, being straightforward, telling you what's up. AJ not. That motherfucker gonna get one interview every 3 months.
Cause he ain't got to though.
People talking for him.
He ain't got to though. That's the whole thing. Dylan trying to get to that. Dylan's trying to get to that spot where AJ is at. AJ shit do money while he's sleeping, so he ain't got a motherfucking be out here hitting the ground and shit.
But I'm saying if he did without Eddie, if he said I don't want Eddie as my promoter no more, he could promote himself better than AJ could promote himself, talking wise. Cause Dillian a decent talker. He gonna start shit up with his mouth and get people feeling some type of way about him. So Dillian the type of person that he could do without Eddie. As
AJ can too though. AJ don't need Eddie. AJ just want Eddie. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, me. Eddie is AJ's mouthpiece, bro.
Bro, because AJ allows him to be the mouthpiece, man.
Bro, he can't be no mouthpiece by himself. That nigga boring as hell. What are you talking about?
Okay, have you seen the nigga just bust his motherfucking freestyle on our IG page.
Yeah, nah, that shit was fire. Stop hating.
Don't man, quit hating, my nigga.
I wish it was on a better beat so we could play that shit, man. It's so the audio's so like whack.
Distorted, yeah.
Bro, that don't play that audio. That shit gonna get the show flag.
You right.
Well,
You
I
right.
got a whole song in the background.
It do. It got big pun. That's what he doing. He trying to play up to us New Yorkers and shit. Fuck out of here, B. Fuck out of here, B.
Hey, test my mic after though. When you get off the show,
come
I got
on,
that
man.
shit
Stop
set
trying
up.
to shine, yo. You hear him? How many times he gonna tell the world he testing his
Hey, my nigga. My nigga out here getting this brand on. Hey man, don't forget I got my mic, man. My mic.
Man, we got callers, man. We going to Idris in the UK, man.
What up, Idris, man? Long time. Like 3-4 days, right?
I know, man. What going, man? We even saying, listen, Dillian Whyte is at the topic here. I think he's doing the smart thing. Anyone with logic and brain will do what he's doing. You know what I mean? I think he's the most valuable free agent. Whether he's gonna move from Eddie Hearn and that, I don't know, man. I think Amir Khan is 1,000,000% going to Al Haymon, man. Amir Khan is someone that played Eddie Hearn. I don't think Dillian Whyte will really do that. I think Dillian Whyte needs.
Bruh, don't forget Amir Khan still with Haymon, bruh.
No, and this is American last fight though with Eddie.
He played Eddie Hearn, man. He
played the shit out of him too.
Badly, legendary,
bruh. But Eddie ain't giving him nothing. All Eddie is giving him is a big fight. Khan,
listen,
I don't
he
think
made
Khan
Eddie
is gonna
Hearn
win.
sign him with the promise. He made Eddie Hearn sign him with the promise of fighting Kell Brook, and he didn't fight Kell Brook, and now he's laughing. He's gonna go and he's gonna do the
it ain't nah.
I bet 5 Khan go back to Haymon. I bet he go back to Haymon. We're not.
Don't be mad. Eddie didn't get a better deal. That's what the fuck happened. Yeah, he would have fought Brook. He would have fought Brook if that was the best deal, but Eddie ain't get him a better deal. Top rank sent him a better offer.
He played Eddie Hearn, yeah. He's like the UK Broner. It doesn't matter how many times he loses. I don't think Eddie Hearn's seen. Eddie Hearn played himself as well.
You just mad. You wanted that Brook fight and you mad. You a Brook fan.
I don't care about that.
You a Brook fan.
I'm sick.
You mad. You mad that Khan keep outdoing Brook every fucking time. Yo, every time. Yo, fucking Khan
we
for
arguing
Canelo.
the same points.
Khan for Canelo.
We're arguing the same
Brook
points.
for Triple G.
You're making the same point as me.
Khan about to fight Crawford. Brook about to fight Vargas.
You're making the same point as me, Ness.
No, you don't sound nothing like me. You don't sound nothing like me. You talking about, yo, Khan signed with the promise. Nah, he ain't promised shit. He would have took the fight if the fight was good, but there was a better fight. It was a better fight. It's a better fight. It's a U.S. pay-per-view.
There's always going to be a better fight. He doesn't need Brook.
You absolutely right about that.
He don't need Brook. He can leave Brook to the final fight. He can do that on his. He can have 10 more fights and then fight Brook if he wants. But I'm saying, he kind of used Eddie
I won't
for.
never fight Brook. If I was him, I won't never fight Brook. Tell Brook to do something. Brook ain't doing shit but trying to fight and live off a Khan name. At least Khan go loses to good fighters. Brook ain't even fought or lose to good fighters. He fought 2 good fighters in his whole fucking resume, maybe 3. Maybe
I agree,
3.
man. But
He
I'm
out
saying
here,
he'll fight.
he out here
He
trying to
wants.
live off that Khan fight, man. Get out of that shit. Like 20 years old, that beef, man. Khan got so much new beef.
Khan kind of taught fighters how to actually, how to deal with Eddie Hearn. I'll be honest with you, like, you know what I mean? Be yourself. He basically said he's the only guy that gave Eddie 0 control.
Yeah, and look, I mean, some would argue Eddie has control of AJ's career and it looks better. Let's go to Elms, the mastermind.
What's going on, Elms?
Yo. What's going on, guys?
What up?
I like the topic. I like everything, the clips, everything. But I was just sitting there thinking, like, negotiating with the PBC side for Dillian Whyte. You think he's gonna ask for that Deontay Wilder fight if Tyson Fury doesn't agree to fight?
Nah, I don't think he wants that Wilder fight. I think he gonna ask for a Brazil fight. He don't want that Wilder fight right now.
Why wouldn't he want the Wilder fight right now?
I don't believe he wants that Wilder fight right now. That's just my opinion. Because you hear him talking, you hear him asking for Brazil.
Yeah, I think he wants to come over here, get his feet wet.
Get to you, baby. You told me to get to you after, right? Or you want me to get to you right after? I don't know. I thought after meant last. I don't know.
Go ahead, Amzo.
Yo, yeah. Initially, I think he's going to get the Brazil fight just to lock the mandatory in.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. He don't want Wilder next. He wants something else first.
I mean, they probably told him that Wilder gonna be busy with Fury.
Fight.
If Wilder and Fury don't fight, I would love Wilder, but I don't believe White wants Wilder next.
Well, when you get him on the show?
Who that?
It could be soon, man. We think as early as today, but we're at the mercy of White and his people.
Yes, sir. We playing about here, man.
Boys, I'll see you, man, at the what's it called? The usual Friday meeting spot. Say nothing.
You already know. You already know.
Chat, check you right there, right now. Let's
But
get
hold on. Before we get back to everybody, I'm gonna let everybody know today is Patreon beating the odds with TBV, where we go out and we dive into all the odds and try to get our minds together and come up with a fucking plan so we can win some money. If
You got something for him, Mike?
I got a little parlay.
You ain't win last week, huh?
I won. No. I didn't win none last week. I came one fight close because of the.
FYI, guys, he went out the box and tried to add football in there because of Rod 80.
No. That's a whole nother. Like I ain't gonna bring it up, but I do have one today that I think is a very good one.
Don't know about that. The bottom line is still you ain't in the green.
You got something for him, Ness?
Oh, I won last week.
No, I'm saying, but today you got something for him?
Hell yeah! There's some win. There's some fights. There's a lot of fights out there.
I got something. I got something.
Good. It's gonna make the show even better. Joel, the Prince, Dubai. Habla.
Yeah, what up? What Ravi is on? Is Ravi on something?
Is Rafi on something? What do you mean?
Ravier. Is Ravier on something?
Like on one?
I mean, he's a retired veteran. I don't know. Maybe he's got PSD.
He always come and say some shit. Does AJ need Eddie? No. AJ hello Eddie. Because listen, I've never seen AJ say some trash talk. It's rare to say that. But man, go the numbers. Go to Google. Go to Wikipedia. That boy does 1 million without doing those extra stuff. And to be honest, not to brag, I've got the time to talk with him. That boy is articulate. And then I prefer to have someone like AJ who's laid back, articulate, than to have someone who fake things like Dillian. Because for me, Dillian come across.
Now Dillian is fake.
Hold on. Let me lay down. For me, Dillian come across like someone is fake. Because I go to his interview. For me, this is just a tactic. I'm doing this to go in your head so that you can give me what I want. And then I do this for the TV so that those people can, man, how can you say that guy doesn't fight a thug fight when you are in that list? So you mean to tell us that you are not a thug fighter? And then when one of your best fights is against one of the guys he beat already, that doesn't make sense. If you use your brain, you can understand.
Some would argue that he beat Dillian better.
Yeah, he still beat Dillian struggle against Parker. AJ never struggled against Parker. I've watched the fight how many times? If you tell
AJ
me
never dropped him either.
Yeah, it is a boxing. You can drop somebody and then you can win on the point. Isn't it? The rules never say you have only to drop somebody. It's a boxing. It's a box.
Cut it.
Going out to R&V.
My bad. You know that Skype shit take forever to get off of mute. Man, it's starting to be sad, man. The more I listen to this foolishness about Anthony Joshua, the more it's starting to confirm what I always thought he was. Did you hear what he said when he was saying how they didn't even sell out for the Parker fight? I don't know if y'all caught that, but he said they didn't even sell out for the Parker fight. And you would think the Parker fight would have been way more bigger. So all this Eddie Hearn talking about selling out Wembley, selling out this, he was exposing a lot of stuff today about these numbers. And it's $3 million for Dillian Whyte. I mean, like, please, I advise the boxing boys as much as possible, start pushing this perception that all these dudes want to do is control you for nothing, man. And you need to start being with Al Haymon so you could be a man. Because we look at you as men when you control your own boxing career. This whole promotional shit and all that, it's good for development. But once you become a developed fighter, why the fuck would you sign with these clowns, man? It don't make no sense.
You want to hear some hypocrisy? Eddie Hearn comes out over the last year of 2018, and in every video that he did, he would say Wilder's never made over $2 million. But he's offering Dillian Whyte $3 million in the rematch. The rematch is obviously bigger than the first one. Just saying, man. Wilder said something about slave contracts, right?
And look, and everybody want to talk about, oh no, we need to go past this. It's nothing about a racial thing. You know, we're better than that. Eddie Hearn will never do, bruh. He just exposed what Joshua was. Joshua is gonna get himself in trouble. And you know, you've been wondering, man, why Josh ain't been talking? Why Eddie's been speaking for Joshua? Is it because he don't want to be exposed for the pussy that he is? He basically just said he a rat, he a snake dude, he a dude that'll stab you in the back for money. And Eddie Hearn been protecting him. Eddie Hearn is the lawyer. He's speaking for him. Well, hey, if you need somebody to speak for you as a man,
cut it. R&B, thanks for calling in. You guys better call in and defend your boy, man. They're killing him. Star Steph, what up?
What up, Star?
So just maybe just a bit off topic. It kind of ties in with Dillian Whyte. Do you think that considering the 50 million offer was kind of tied to BT, do you think that
we're talking about
PBC
Dillian Whyte, brother. We're talking about Dillian Whyte.
I know, but I'm saying, do you think that PBC are right? I mean, Dillian's right to kind of go with PBC if they can't really stump out the big money for that AJ fight?
I don't even know what you're saying because your call is very bad. But it sounds like, why would Dillian go to PBC if they couldn't get the money for the AJ fight for Wilder? Which, you know.
Yeah, without it being tied to BT.
Allegedly.
Oh, come on, Ness.
What? Are there not conflicting statements, or are they all corroborating? Are they not conflicting statements, or are they all corroborating?
How is that? Didn't Lou DeBella confirm?
So are you not going to answer the question? Are you answering?
I don't know.
If you choose to answer with a question, I'm fine with that. I just need to understand what I'm dealing with.
No, I don't know the answer to that. I'm just telling you what I know.
Well, I'm telling you the answer. The answer is there are multiple statements, right? There's a Lou DeBella statement. There's a Frank Warren statement. There's a Steven Espinoza statement. There's a Deontay Wilder statement. There's a Shelly Finkel statement. There's an Eddie Hearn statement. So show me the corroborating statements. Show me where all of those are aligned saying the same thing. They don't. They're all conflicting, but you have gone past your time. Star, thanks for calling in. I believe that was the last, and we can finally get out of here. Jeez Louise. You guys got to listen. The morning show is at 9 a.m. Mike keeps trying to let y'all get in this whole extra hour drag out. Fuck that. They're not even showing no love. You ain't even at 200 likes, Mike, and you made us go an extra hour and 15 minutes. For what?
How do make us go?
They don't show you no love.
Yeah, they ain't even special no thumbs up, but 313 watching.
Yo, Javier said this. This one said that. It's like, bruh, we played the music. It's time to go. They ain't showing no love. They shoplifting the show. It is what it is. We got to keep it moving, man.
Let's go, man. Gross1911 on IG. Gross2312 on Twitter.
Patreon, man. We're going to be rocking that Patreon.
Yo, you can
beating the odds with TBV.
Hell yeah, beating the odds with TBV. I got y'all. I got a nice little parlay set up for y'all. And real quick, because I didn't get to do it yesterday, I was very, very sick, even though I just wanted to call in to make them. I just want to say on record, in the Verona fights, I'm going to go with Oscar Rivas.
Yes.
That's a little preview.
Hold on,
to
let me
thing.
My pen. Hold on. Goddamn.
Okay.
Goddamn crow.
This is a little preview. That's a little tiny preview. I'm gonna give y'all a little preview for that beating the odds. That's been beating the odds, man. Big Plant. So did Mike too. Big ups to both of them.
Let me know. Do you
and
got
then
Broner? Broner Pacquiao. Hold on.
Don't give him no
Broner Pacquiao. I got Pacquiao.
Okay.
By
Badu Jack.
smashing.
Badu Jack or
I'm gonna go with Badu Jack. I really wanted to just go with my heart, but I'm gonna go with Badu Jack.
Rashid Warren or Nordini.
Oh God.
A tough right there, I know.
Listen, I in my head I said I don't care. I'm gonna pick him, but nah, hell nah. I'm gonna go with Warren. Fuck it. I just changed my mind the last second. I wanted to win. Andrade.
We got Linares and Cano.
TJ and Amanda too.
I mean,
I think that's it, right? Oh, and Tapora over Hugo Reese. I know that's not a big one, but that's part of my other.
Shakur Stevenson, of course.
Yeah, so that should do it right there.
Yeah, that should be it right there. Yep.
Cool. My man Mike got me, and we finna give everybody the best betting advice that you can get for boxing in the world.
Check out my guy Ams, man. I'm pretty sure Ams gonna have a nice parlay again.
Let's see. That shit was almost there. Stop giving, you keep giving credit for almost, dog. Ain't no, your digits is going down in your bank.
No, but oh, well, hey, the money,
the parlay. That's my man.
The money that I spent with you was money that I never even seen or touched.
Yeah, the money you put with me, you could have put it with me and made some money with me and Caleb fucking Plant.
But you didn't even put Caleb Plant on that parlay.
I know.
Exactly. I put Caleb Plant straight money because I ain't stupid.
Okay, good job. We got a super chat from
way more money.
Rhythm and Violence.
Caleb got the same belt, B.
What Rhythm and Violence say?
Told you 50 million shit is the most radical shit ever.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, people don't want to believe that he's right. People don't want to believe somehow that Al Haymon could come up with 50 million. They got to come up with all these other stories and attach it to
it. See how you believe it.
And if you would have bet,
we had Barry Hunter on our show that saying he was going to Al Haymon shows back in 1980.
I'm talking about that parlay.
Oh yeah,
fuck, bro. You would have made
Helms and shit. I'd have had a new car fucking with that parlay on Plant, bro.
Oh yeah.
But I believed Elms and I'll take the knockout on that whack shit. But I wear straight money.
Hey, follow me at Martin Munguia on Twitter and Instagram.
Nigga, this the IBF. What you think Plant got, bro? This the real deal, man. See that shit? This shit.
I'm saying.
Look, you hear that? You know what I'm saying? Whoever want to crack, getting on. Don't be no lame-o that nobody never heard of. You be somebody. You want this Eagle? IBF, Earl Spence, Nestor Gibbs, Caleb Plant, Anthony Joshua. Hi.
Threw his name in there with them all.
That's us, man. We out. Peace.